Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to D&D and me. Oh, look how cute these headphones are. Just smashing my hair. I love it. I look like an absolute boon. And a doofus. Scrolling down. Come on, mouse. Work with me.
Here's
Huzzah.
Katana.
Gridania. All hail Gridania.
All hail
Gridania.
Gridania.
Alrighty.
I can't see what I'm doing.
Healing to shield. Healing to scale mail. Wonderful. Alrighty. Let me hop on over to Chabi.
Chabi.
I'm sorry. No, I'm loading my own town.
I'll Chabi you.
Oh no, that's not very nice.
I want you to shabby yourself.
I might have to do that, but not on camera. I'm sorry. Alrighty. God. Post last session, I really wanted to just keep playing, but unfortunately, couldn't because I had so much shit I wanted to say and do, and okay. Anyway,
just play all day.
I know, right? Just never stop playing. Reject life.
That's what Thomas did yesterday. He was gone all day until like 10 o'clock for me.
Holy crap!
Actually, wait. I think it wasn't that late, but it was pretty late.
Late enough, yeah.
It was like 7 o'clock.
All right then. Anywho,
So, like,
yes.
10 for him.
God, these headphones, the wire is like just too short, so it's gently kissing the top of my arms.
Nice.
It's really
I
annoying.
hate that.
And it's like plastic, so it's like sticking to my hair. It's great. All right, anyway. Yes, when we last left our heroes, they were returning from a battle with the man from Kiara's past, Calbareve. Something pretty horrible happened to Drone. And
Died?
technically, yes, and then something happened. He is technically alive, but, well, it's complicated. But yes, he temporarily died. To his knowledge, obviously he needs to sit down and look into this, but he is no longer, I think I explained it to you, babe. Immortal. Immortal isn't necessarily you can't die, it just means you don't age, depending on the way you go. So
Immortal
yes.
isn't invincible.
Yeah, he's not cut to title card. Exactly.
I need season 2.
Mm-hmm. It only gets better. All right, anywho's. Yes, it is around late noon or so. And we just returned from said battle after trudging through the desert to get back home. Technically, Mr. Cobb was not with you, Valen. I believe you left him behind.
I always bring Cobb.
You always bring Cobb. Okay. Cobb did not comment during the battle, but after he worries for you. He's like, "Are you all right, Valen? You all right there, my friend?" So
No.
he would comfort you, but you're keeping him in a jar, right?
I take him out sometimes now.
Okay. Maybe when you took him in the jar, he's like,
narrates.
yeah, he like claps you in the cheek with his like leaf.
Oh, no.
Everything will be okay, buddy. Don't worry. Alrighty,
The
but
jar
yes,
is for safety.
indeed, the jar is for fireballs. All right, I understand. Yes, we all return to Chabi. On the way back, Droon is uncharacteristically quiet, but all the same, he does not fall behind. The ball's back in your guys' court. What shall we do?
I think it's, at least for me, it's sleepy time.
Are we home already?
Yes, you are back to Chabi. Unless you guys wanted to roleplay your walking back home. It's up to you. You guys technically have all the rest of the day. It is late noon. You guys have all day to discuss things if you wish.
You know, I've
Not
thought about
time, then.
for the past week what I wanted to say, and now I can't remember it.
I remember you told me that Kiara was so flustered upon meeting him and running into him that she literally didn't have words and just wanted to go scream into a pillow. I don't know if she still feels that way, but that's what you told me.
Kiara's gonna go straight to her room.
Okay.
She needs to absorb.
All right. So, upon arriving in Chabi, you walk by all the various individuals, and you just head straight to your room. Erit and Valen, what do y'all do?
Urit needs to clear his head. He's probably gonna just hammer away for the rest of the night.
Okay. Could you wiggle your mic real quick?
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool.
Just eat it. The whole mic.
Oh,
Holy shit, that can be
Oh,
loud. Okay. We've witnessed the power of the demons is slightly, my ears exploded, but excellent, good to know.
that was the power of like 1/5 of an inch.
All right,
oh no.
noted. This is what he's protecting us from, people.
He holds too much power.
Exactly.
He holds far too much power, all right.
I mean, I could also just talk louder, but that's scary.
Where you before is fine. I'm trying to bounce you
Yeah.
between the audio I have. It's playing through my audio
One
player.
of these days, I'll get an actual good mic.
No worries, no worries.
Same.
Alrighty, so you said you're just gonna kind of hang out in the forge.
Probably.
Anything in particular for its thinking? Is he just kind of chilling?
He is conflicted about the fact that the arch nemesis of Kiara literally just left us alive for whatever reason.
Fair enough.
Not so that, or he's not so thinking that she was lying about him being ruthless, but more so that to her it seems like he has plans for them or something.
And Valen.
I'm just gonna head to my room.
Okay.
Thinking time.
All right, the teleports are still active, so you're
Ah.
ready. Droon will just kind of walk around. He'll just kind of chill and do as he does. And
Will
then
exist.
he will just kind of he'll exist. He's just walking around the town. He's talking to various people. Maybe he went to go discuss things with Suharto. Maybe kind of hammer things out in his head and just get things straight, basically. Looking at all's y'all. Cobb real quick.
Where's my cob?
Your cop is back here. Sorry, he was stacked up with Yara.
How
Yara,
dare.
And all right.
he's safe with me. Kind of.
Daddy. There we go.
Oh god.
He comes rolling in. Alrighty, and I guess the question will be to each of you. Do we just take this as a day of personal relaxation is the wrong term, but thinking? Do we effectively skip this day, or did you guys want to talk or do anything with anybody? What is surrounding Urit?
Cups.
Okay.
Lots
What?
and lots of cups and
Okay.
bowls.
Wait, to swap the map, I need to
Yeah.
see what's going on.
It's not alcohol, it's fine.
Okay.
Not yet.
They are filled with water and there's water all over the place and that's just cups.
Okay.
He's basically working on his water room thing
Excellent. Okay, that's fair.
Nice.
and it's failing because there's a lot of water on the floor that shouldn't be there.
Indeed.
Actually,
Maybe someone
romance.
walks by and kind of hears you working, and they just see that you're really focused. They maybe call your name once or twice, and they're just like, I'm gonna walk out.
I mean, Toro is definitely walking past and just watching
Yeah,
this spectacle.
He's like,
He's like,
what
yeah,
the
that-
hell are you
that-
doing?
that's a mood. Anyway.
Like one of the cups has like water overflowing, another cup has water swirling in it, not doing anything.
Yeah.
Or
I
one,
pat
another
you
one
on the
just
back,
bubbles.
I know the feeling.
Alrighty.
Actually, roll my downtime for that
Yes, technically.
because I've apparently never done it before. Oh,
Oh no.
That should hop chat. Yay!
that's a bad roll there.
It's a bad roll, but a good modifier.
Apparently, I'm very distracted.
Very, very distracted, but your natural talent comes through in the end. I don't think you have any downtime activities, Valen. Kiara, are you of sound mind enough to work on anything? Tinker with stuff.
I mean, I'd like to tinker on the lizard some more.
Okay.
But it's kind of like an angry, maybe semi-distracted tinkering.
I believe it just adds. Shouldn't roll. It should just add one. I think. Yep, just adds one. Okay, cool. Yeah, just fixed value. Okay. So we'll say you're kind of angrily working on your automatons in your room. You don't have time to.
Did you roll for me?
I did it. Yeah, you're at 3 now.
Okay.
So maybe you break one or two, or
No, not the lizards.
not like knowingly make a mistake, but
It's fine, the lizard, they grow back.
yeah, exactly. She has 2 lizards now. Easy game.
Easy game.
That's quite dangerous. Break
Yes.
one, get two.
Yeah, you guys open the door and there's just like lizards flowing out the door.
Oh no.
You good there? Uh huh. I'm great, as you can see.
Self-replicating lizard.
I have lizards. All right, perfect. Shall we say the day passes, or is there anything you guys want to do on this day?
I kind of wanted to see if Karad was ready to go to my staff.
You are more welcome to do that. So, will you say, there's my boy, not in this area, okay. We'll say you're kind of, yeah, we'll say you're kind of chilling, thinking to yourself, and do you call to him? Do you?
Yeah, I'll just say his name.
Okay. As you do, he appears in front of you, as he has before. With a quick bow, he sort of looks about. He looks to your corn fellow as he just claps his hand against the glass. He's like, eh, and then slowly turns back to you.
Corn can be out right now. There's no
Corn is out.
fireballs coming.
Wonderful. He's happily rolling around and just having a good time and doing what he does.
Perfect.
All right, Karad gives you a look, Valen, after a bow and says, hello.
Hey, do you think you're able to transfer out of that bow yet?
Complete transference would be relatively difficult, but, well, let's say it's a work in progress, yes?
Do you know if there's any way we can get, like, if more people would help or anything?
Not necessarily. It's more of an understanding between you and I, our souls. Of course, the longer we spend time together, and as I mentioned before, I do need to deem you worthy. Leaving my home, this bow was my weapon in life. It was my, well, brought it with me everywhere. It was life, it was death. It was my everything. I do not wish to leave it so easily. Your staff, what does it mean to you?
It's the most important thing to me right now.
Why is that?
It was the only present I've ever received
He nods.
from someone I cared about.
A lover?
No.
Master?
Yes.
I understand. And you've traveled long and far with the staff.
Almost my whole life.
You can see his expression change that a bit. So it does indeed mean a great deal to you. That's wonderful to hear. You can sort of feel his spirit reach out and touch the staff. And there's somewhat of an understanding there. You feel closer to Karad. And he just sort of nods at that and like, okay, I get it. He can feel your attachment. And with that, you can also feel, he doesn't need to say, you can feel exactly where he's coming from with this transference of thought. And then he looks back to you, more serious looking in his eye, and says, may I ask a question?
Sure.
Our last conflict did not go so well for you.
No.
May I ask what is your preferred avenue of combat?
I mean, I mostly just got turned into animals and stuff.
I noticed. You're also somewhat keen on your spells, yes?
Yeah. Yeah, I've always been good at the turning into animals thing.
Well,
Spellcasting is a little bit harder for me.
It is something I can indeed appreciate. Well, your life is my life, Valen. If you were to fall out in the wilds, or anywhere, let's just say, inefficient for my sustaining of life, I would not like to be left in the middle of a desert with some animal picking at me.
I can understand that. That doesn't sound like fun.
No, it doesn't. So, indeed, my life is your life, and yours is mine. I believe there's something I can, for now, assist you with. And of course, give you more power later, but for the time being, I do believe I can offer you this. And as he reaches out and touches you, Valen, you feel a stern steeling of your mind. You feel a deeper bond and understanding between yourself and Karad. And going forward, anytime you were to cast a spell that requires concentration, you will have advantage on this concentration.
I already have advantage on concentration checks.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh,
Warcaster.
shit. Oh, you have Warcaster. I am sorry. Okay. Shit, you have really bad
Double
luck then.
advantage.
I know,
New
right?
feet.
Let's see. That is unfortunate.
Give him a third cast of his wild shape.
What is... Yeah, I was to say.
No, Karat, I already know that one. I know how
Shit,
that works
okay.
already.
All right. Well, he didn't understand that, and he kind of goes, "Oh shit! All right. Well, you're just really unlucky, then, aren't you?" And your constitution isn't super high, so the animals should be theoretically higher. That is unfortunate. All right then. Let's say for the time, for the time being, since it doesn't actually affect your multiplier, your constitution will increase to 15 just for now, and you are only +2 on that. That is not the best. We'll say for now you'll have an extra cast of Wild Shape. Do you currently have 2?
Boy, yeah.
Yeah, you have 3 now.
I only ever get
Nice.
2. That is really sucky. But
Yeah, it's weird. It should be equal to your proficiency bonus, but whatever. It's
yeah,
fine.
something.
You have 3 now.
Nice.
3 animals.
I mean, I
Animals?
guess I
Animals,
understand why
yes.
they do that, but at the same time.
Yeah, it makes sense. Alrighty, so yes, indeed, you
Constantly shift to a different animal with infinite HP, basically.
yeah, I mean, it's funny. It goes from like, oh wow, shifting is pretty strong, and then you hit max level, and it's like, oh, I literally can't die now because I can just do this infinitely. So yeah, it goes.
Do it
Yeah,
forever.
it very much goes to it goes from, oh, this is pretty good, to I'm actually invincible, sweet, unless something hits me for like hundreds of damage in a single hit.
I mean, at that point, you
It's
can also
nuts.
turn into animals with like hundreds of HP, so.
Yeah, I think at max level you can turn into like a mammoth every time.
Ugh, how much
As a
HP do they
bonus
have?
action too.
That's
like over 100.
gross. Okay,
Apparently, a giant octopus isn't bad either.
Guy, the thought
I
of
think
just
I can turn
getting
into that now.
the thought of
Yeah,
every round getting
probably.
a bonus, basically 100 armor is insane.
Yeah.
Alrighty, excellent. So he will work on that further. As I mentioned, you feel somewhat, I won't say a fusing between your bow, there it is, your bow and the staff, but they are indeed closer. And Cobb is just watching like, "Arrgh." Alrighty, and we can switch over to the next day, unless you guys have anything in particular you want to do right now.
I mean, if I'm gonna spend the entire next day working on these cups, how many downtime days can I roll for?
Is this specifically for the
That single room.
just the water rune? Oh, roll 3.
Yeah. 3
then-
more or just 3 total?
3 total, yeah, 3 total. You see? Holy shit.
Ooh, that's almost.
That's
nice.
the gas right there, buddy. All right.
And I guess it also depends on if Kiara is gonna show up at my because there are apparently runes involved with the gecko thingies.
The geekos.
Lizard boys.
The
Wait,
lizard
what?
bots.
Remember the
The-
lizards were like kind of runic magic?
Yes.
Kind of.
Oh, you mean if I'm gonna bother you for runic help?
Yes.
Hmm.
I mean, that's up to you. I think it was on the power source specifically, right? But
I guess it depends on how far I got.
Yeah, I'd say realistically, Kiara, maybe tomorrow you'd have more of a clear mind to think about that. Currently,
Yeah,
you're just
let's-
angrily.
Let's do a roll for my concentration.
Sure. Okay.
I'm.
Running.
You're also
you
Calypso.
could roll as Calypso, right?
Oh.
By Calypso.
So Calypso got a crit.
You mean, who are you?
Kiara didn't. I'm kidding.
I'll be down shortly to ask you about runes. Alright.
Yeah, is that on the same day?
Yeah, same day.
Make sure you
May-
don't trip on the balls of water.
I'll try.
All right, I'll just copy paste you over there. Relatively far.
Oh, no, there's 2.
Didn't see that.
Yes, I did.
There's only one.
Yes.
All right, Kiara.
As
You,
she does walk in, she does see me literally sitting in between like 5 dozen different kinds of bowls with rooms spilling water on the floor.
Stop and stare. What are you doing?
I don't hear you. I'm very, very concentrated right now.
Hmm. In that case, I will sit down nearby and stare at you until you notice me.
Are you sitting in eyesight or just like in the room?
Right in front of him.
Okay.
So yes, in eyesight.
The door wasn't there. Well, that's that. Go somewhere else.
I might sniffle a couple times because I have been crying.
You'll basically see him with like the tiniest of tiniest tools, embedding a groove, a rune into a ball. See what
Ooh.
works. And then he'll
Wow.
notice you and he'll freak out and break it.
I was quiet. Why'd you break it?
You scared me.
Well,
Suddenly appearing in
sorry.
front of me.
I've been here for half an hour.
Actually, no, I can't be scared. Fuck. I have alert. I can't be
surprised.
surprised. Ah,
It's fine. It's roleplay. You can now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you
yes.
can now.
realistically, I think you can be surprised if you're sleeping and if you're not of sound mind. So
sure. Yeah, when I'm not incapacitated.
Yeah.
Let's just say I'm mentally incapacitated.
you're mentally
right now.
incapacitated.
That's the nice way of saying it.
I'm emotionally incapacitated.
He was just so focused and suddenly noticing Kiara in front of him, he just ruins the rune and breaks it. And it kind of shatters with like wet droplets flying everywhere.
Oh, the sound of failure. Anyway, I'm stuck on this rune part. Can you help me?
Runes, you say?
Yeah, for the
Yeah, sure.
lizard. Yeah.
I'll get out my zoom in spectacles.
Very important.
Very
Now,
important.
obviously, for tinkering. I see. What exactly do you want to know about them?
I can't get it to work right. It's supposed to move his little legs.
Let's see. Well, this is supposed to be a battery of sorts. That seems to be working fine. Do we need to roll anything to help her out with this?
I would say go ahead and just roll your tools. Just check for your tools. Just see how much you can find out. And then if you get high enough, I'll give her 2 extra tinkers if you like nail it like over 20. Otherwise, I'll give her 1 extra tinker.
That's terrible.
Okay, but regardless.
Did it automatically roll? Oh,
Did it?
apparently.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. Okay, nice.
No, Erd is not in clear mind.
Yeah, not in clear mind, but being someone that is still known, regardless, you still find some things out about it. Maybe some cogs are misplaced. Maybe in her frustration and somewhat haste, things were. She has the right idea. Just things slip the mind occasionally. And I would say with Erd's help, PR, you can add 1 more track to that. But if you click it and just hit the little die, it's just add +1.
I know.
It should go
There
to 4.
appears to be a tear stuck in this gear.
A tear?
Yes.
I'll clean it up. I'll clean it up.
So how have you been dealing with the loss, so to speak?
Barely. I knew he'd be strong, but I thought we'd stand a better chance than that.
Yes, I was honestly quite surprised. Using a 6th level spell as an artificer, I mean, come on.
Well,
I don't say that, of course, but
Yeah. The strength of his spells, by the gods. The caliber of his magic.
apparently he's a 25th level artificer or something, so.
he's really strong.
Quite. Though we were also not exactly prepared.
No, we were. My memory was really bad. Apparently, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I was kind of in shock after Kovu dying.
Yes, this is actually the first time you've mentioned his name, though.
Wow, is it really?
Yes, well, aside from yesterday, or this morning, technically.
I guess I've been kind of afraid to say it, because now I'm remembering him and how much I cared.
Well, that's a good thing. His memory lives on, at least.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, I I don't know what we're gonna do next time.
Well, he did leave us alive, at least. And he wants a next time, which is quite worrying.
Very. He's gonna come extra prepared, because now he knows what we can do.
True. But I'm sure we can still get a lot stronger before then.
I guess so. I just...
Besides, we also have bigger problems to worry about currently.
Oh, yeah. I guess the question is, will he leave us alone before then?
Well, I guess we'll have to find out.
I need to go apologize to Droon.
Yes. I think he needs a cheer up as well.
Alright, I'm gonna take a break from my tinkerings and go find him.
Yes,
I
I'll
think you saw him walking around town.
Earth kind of looks around at all the balls that have been broken. I'm gonna clean up for a bit.
Okay.
As you head out here, you see Doro tinkering something. He's like, is he still making bowls?
He's a tinker. I understand it.
He just kind of nods. All right. We'll say you look around a bit, Kiara, but you don't see him initially. You kind of look up one road, you look up the other road, and then you barely glance him heading down into the underwater tap. And you just barely catch him. He's not running, walking, or any particular speed. He kind of just pops down in his usual spots, and he waves to Jolly, and Jolly waves back to him. And then you kind of whip around the corner real quick and sit right across from him. He seems surprised, and he goes, "Kiara, good afternoon."
Oh, not so much. I came to apologize.
He smiles widely. That for what?
Well, you got pulled into a fight that was a little more dangerous than anyone expected.
I live for battle, Kiara.
Yeah, but you paid a really big price.
His face freezes for only a moment, and then he goes, it's nothing."
You're a really bad liar, June.
He kind of looks at him and says, I've been told that, yes. But truly, it is... Thinking this is your fault, it is not.
Well, he's my enemy, so it is kind of my fault.
He strikes a bit. I mean, all the same, I had you help me fight my battle, did I not?
Well, we were kind of already in the middle of that. So...
This is true, isn't it? All the same, I like you all. You're nice. You're good people. You've not judged me for my past. I will judge you for yours. And this seems like I'd say a noble cause, yes?
Yeah, he's certainly up to no good.
I didn't particularly like the man, but... Well, he's not... His shirt was open before. You could very clearly see his chest. It's now closed. He kind of just touches his chest, and you know that's where the gash was. And he says, well, we'll see how things play out. I might need a day or so to, level my head and get things figured out. But all the same, I'm still me. Don't worry, Kiara.
If there's anything you need, just let me know.
He sort of reaches out and puts his hand on your shoulder. Says, just keep smiling.
I start to tear up.
And he
I'll try.
He smiles at that and tears up a little at you tearing up as well. And just he gives you a really honest, nice smile. And as he does, you can tell that Jolly was sort of watching from a distance. It seems somewhat confused. He kind of walks over and gives you all a quick wave. Says, can I get you to anything?
What's your best comfort food?
And he looks and sees both of your tears in your eyes and goes, working on something. I'll be right back. And he quickly heads back. You can see one or two customers like, Jolly, oh, okay, bye. And then he heads back to quickly whip something up for the two of you. Erd, have you joined everyone in the tavern?
Not yet.
Okay.
I was thinking of going into the kitchen and making something, I guess.
Sure. Well, if you do, let me know. You have full access to the kitchen. Just give Jolly a wave that you're gonna be in there. You've seen him working there, and he just he flies around. This dude, he's quick. He's real quick. Very much used to working on his own, as he's been doing it for most of his life. He comes out not too much longer later, and he hands both of you food that's just warm. It smells strongly of spices. Nothing to burn your tongue. It's nice. It feels good. Just you don't even need to eat it. Just being in the presence of the food, it is very comforting. And then a nice, just cool drink to wash it down. He smiles to both of you, puts his hand on Drune's shoulder and kind of gives him a nod, and then he nods back and he looks over to Kara and says, "Whatever's ailing you, I do hope this can help."
Smells really good, so yeah.
That is what I do. Then he kind of heads off to help one of the customers and starts chit-chatting with them.
They're just gonna sit down with something that effectively looks like very chunky porridge.
What's it smell like?
Start eating it. Weirdly sweet.
Intentionally
Like,
so?
Sweeter than it probably should be. Like
Okay.
there's definitely copious amounts of sugar and or honey poured in this.
I sniff it. What is that?
It's just dwarven porridge that my mother used to make. It helps you get back in shape, so to speak.
Can I have a bite?
I mean, sure, if you can stomach it, I guess.
I'll
It,
grab
it isn't the best looking.
I'll grab a spoon and try it.
As you're leaning over to try that, Kiara, Drune's already like, with the spoon, like he gives you a look avert like me too.
I mean, sure.
And he very happily just like scoops up. So he has his own spoon too. Very happily just shovels something to his mouth and gives you a very like, oh god,
Both
that's
of you
super
roll me a
sweet.
concentration check now.
Yeah, he gives you a look of like, oh dear god, that's very sweet.
Constitution check.
Constitution check.
It's dwarven.
I did a save.
Effectively,
There's
fine.
alcohol in there, so
Apparently, I was fine with it.
apparently, I mean,
Drune is also fine with it for the most part, but the expression he's giving
it gets
is
caught in his throat a bit.
yeah,
Maybe.
like it gets caught a little, mainly because he didn't know what he was getting into. But all the time, he swallows it and kind of gives you a nod and goes, that's quite good.
Yes.
Not sure I've had anything like that before.
Yes. Well, it's not something you would sell in the street, so to speak. But yes, it's very
Sort of-
comforting.
He just gives you a smile, then he returns to his plate. Valen, you definitely hear people gathering downstairs, and you hear voices bouncing up. Did you want to join for some comfort food? Or are you just kind of chilling up there?
Yeah, I'd probably go down after a while.
Anything in particular Valen sees as comfort food?
Basically any food. To
Any
be
food?
honest.
Anything in particular, maybe your master or someone that you stayed with made for you that just made you feel good? Just felt like
Crunch corn.
home? Please don't eat the corn.
Eat the corn.
But maybe I want to eat the corn.
I mean,
Maybe that's what I'm training them for. They taste better when they
Oh,
can
no.
do druid things.
when they trust you.
Mhm.
They taste better when they're filled with screams of anguish.
Oh no. Food is better when it trusts you.
Oh, no.
It's a fact, right?
That sounds so mean.
Yeah, that's the point. I mean, if I can guilt you into not eating grandpa corn, I will.
How dare.
Or I'll mention it so much you'll just say screw it and rip that band-aid off and just nom him.
Just do it.
I mean, he's corn. How long can he live anyway?
That's a good point.
I don't think we've ever seen living corn
Coin.
before.
I like queen.
Coin.
I'm sure he
What
has a
stat
shelf
I
life.
block does he even use? Does he like a magic shrub or something?
What?
What stat block does he even use?
What's stat block? Animated corn. Stat block. Also, yeah, I think I based off of one of the low tier. I'm alive but shouldn't be. For now.
I think there's actually a pot that can make more of them now.
Excellent.
Actually, we do have magic clay. We can probably make one of those.
Potentially.
Make him a girlfriend or something.
Ooh, spicy.
Grandma corn.
And then have a whole bunch of corn. Cornlings, little cobs.
Cornlets.
Little boys, little cornlets.
The collets.
Oh, and then they can join
Oh no, they're goblins.
they can join Doro. And they can have a little band. And then you can be like, oh, they grow up so fast.
Oh, Doro and the Doritos.
Oh I
No.
mean, Doritos are corn chips, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, mice, chips, yes, corn.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's not morbid at all. All right, so
That's
y'all
how
have
we're going
some.
to fill our coffers.
All right. All right, so y'all kind of just chill. Yeah, you do your thing. You have nice, warm, welcoming food, and it is indeed getting a bit later. You know, it took y'all a time to get that whipped up, and for you guys to get your crafting everything done. And then you hear someone descending down the steps. There he is. And you guys turn. You see Salil. He's just sort of looking about and kind of peeking out the various windows and such. He looks back up the door before he closes it. Like, why is the water not coming in? Just kind of, all right, cool.
He's never been inside before?
No, he's never been here in Chabi before.
Yeah, he's never been here. He'd never had a reason to come here.
Oh.
Yeah. Looking about a bit, he gives your group away before he sits down and goes, well, hello.
If he says anything about my missy fur, he's dead.
He hasn't said anything. He's just chilling.
It's good to see if you've shown up.
Well, I did say I would close shop somewhat early, and it is, well, close enough tonight, yes.
True.
You all seem in good spirits? Hard to tell. I'm getting mixed feelings here.
Let's just say it could be better.
Understood, I won't pry. Well, where are these beasties you wanted me to look at?
Right, let me finish up for a second.
Of course.
I'm not sure if the rest want to join me with this as well. Did I actually tell them that Salil was coming by for the magic items? I think I did, right?
I believe so. Basically, it was mentioned that he was going to look at the corpses and see if he could, gather anything from them and assist you guys.
Yeah, I guess meanwhile, while we clean up, basically, we can discuss with Salil what we want. Or what we're looking for specifically.
Sure.
Before we go to the corpses.
Yeah. He's all ears. He's got like a pad out and everything. He's ready to take notes and do what he can.
Yes. And then we'll go that way. And I will make sure that on my way I'll break off and tell Suharto to stay out of the forge for a while.
Okay, perfect. All right, we won't drag our tokens to the forge. We can say we head over there. And it's relatively dark, but fun for you, Urit, is you can see the various light runes and such that you have set up are actually lighting the town quite nicely. They're not so intrusive that they blot out the stars. One can still look up. The runic light is very comforting. You can see enough that you obviously won't trip. It should keep most animals and beasties away, so that then this is a territory, not just somewhere they can squat. But yeah, it makes things look real nice, real homely. And you guys head into the forge. So he looks around a bit as you lead him to the back where the two corpses of the animals are strung up, and he kind of gives them a look and nods and then walks over to them. And then
I'll also
waits
bring the metal from the eggs we found.
Okay. We'll say that that's basically it's like the storage crafting room. He takes a look around and looks through the three of you, Garrett and Valen, and says, "So what precisely were you looking to get out of these? Money?"
Well, preferably would like to see if there's anything worth processing into magic items in them.
Of course.
This scorpion, for instance, you've heard of the bounty of him, right?
Yes, I do believe. I try to keep somewhat updated on the various beasties of the desert.
Yes, well, his tail seems to have the properties to charm a person, so to speak.
Oh. Well, that's quite interesting. I'll have to look into that.
Quite.
What about this big, ugly bastard? Might be sure what's going on with it.
It's a fire lizard.
Oh.
Yes,
It
he was quite hot.
Ah, that was the one that
So
you
I
mentioned.
think there might be something in him that's an organ or something that can be used, potentially.
He nods at that. It could take me a little bit of time, but I do believe I could assist you with this. I'll have to think. I might have to take some notes, head back. If possible, I can potentially keep my shop closed for the day. I don't normally look at the raw organs like this, at least so fresh. There's usually a travel time and such, but, well, this is quite nice. I will do what I can.
Yes. Take your time. And also, I'm not sure if you've seen this before, and I'll point out the eggshell.
He looks at it and has no idea what the hell's going on. He kind of just looks at it and goes, nope. No idea. He looks to you and looks at it and says, I've never seen this
Seems to be
before.
some kind of compound natural metal.
He's nodding
But
at that.
there is some lingering magic in it, apparently.
Why is it shaped like that?
I think we think they were eggs of sort.
He's kind of confusedly nods at that. At first he's like, oh, that makes sense. And he touches it and goes, no, this makes no sense. Okay. And then he kind of just gives it a quick nod and goes,
Yeah,
Alright,
trust me, the
alright.
things that come out of them aren't exactly. Well, let's just say I have no idea what the hell they are.
fair enough. Well, that's what I am here for. I'll do my best to investigate and let you know various costs and things we can do. Yes?
Sure.
All right. Well, I'll see you all sometime tomorrow.
Take your time. We'll be around here anyway.
Excellent. And Salil begins taking vigorous notes, moving the creatures around, moving folds and turning things, and just kind of getting in there as one does.
Very hands-on.
All right, very much so.
Yeah, not squeamish.
No, he's zero squeam on Salil. He just starts digging in.
Very good.
And with that, it is indeed night. So if the three of you wish to make rest, obviously full rest will just increase your HP to full, and then you guys get your normal long rest. So you may go ahead and do that. I think turn should be maxed out. It is. And also, one extra thing. For each of you, I'll ask you to choose one roll that we've been through. The Wand of Winter. Choose one proficiency, something you're not proficient in, and you may gain another proficiency.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Something you are not proficient in, you now are. You may gain a proficiency as long as that makes sense for your character. We can start with, since we're in order here, we'll start with Kiara. What would you like to be proficient that you are not?
Oh.
Don't worry about hit dice. You're maxed out. Just do long rest.
Do you see those rolls?
I do. I'm ignoring them. Yeah. Just yes. Considering it, yeah, you're able to rest. Yes. You don't need to worry about the dice. It's okay. I'm sorry. That last one's max. That last one was max. Yeah.
You can
God.
hear the pain.
I can hear. Yeah, you rolled a 3, a 1, a 1, and 10. That's why I have them collapsed. So I go, oh yeah, I got free health from that. Not, I rolled minimum. Time to scream into the void.
All right, one proficiency.
Yes,
Of
something.
anything?
Anything as long as it makes sense for your character. But which would be something you want. So yeah.
What makes sense for my character?
Yeah. So sleight of hand would make no sense, obviously. But why would you want sleight of hand? I mean, maybe it would actually.
Learn
You can
from
say-
Kakashi.
Yeah, all right. Just steals clothes. You can say what you've been using the most. You know what I mean?
Nature?
Nature makes a lot of sense. Nature makes a ton of sense, actually. You have been gathering quite a bit. You guys have been out in the field. So yes,
Now proficient in nature.
wonderful. Urid, how about yourself?
I mean, he recently took up a storm room.
Okay.
Which supposedly makes him more in tune with his like magical side.
Okay.
And he has also been making magical items apparently, so
Indeed.
I would say Arcana.
Okay, I agree. That's good. And Mr. Valen.
Thing that makes the most sense is probably nature, but I kind of want to be bad at nature.
Okay. That's fair. I'm totally cool with you just having -1 in nature forever as the druid. That's really funny to me, and I'm okay with it.
It's all I need in my life is negative nature as a druid.
Yeah, all right.
I don't think anything really makes sense for what we've been doing.
What would you like? What makes sense for Valen, really? Obviously, you haven't been playing him quite as long as everybody else has, but you can kind of go down the list. Like, I mean, being a beast man, being someone who turns into animals a lot. Obviously, acrobatics, athletics makes a lot of sense. Animal handling obviously makes sense. Investigation maybe wouldn't but maybe he's inquisitive. You know what I mean? So
He has been casting a lot of Pass Without Trace.
indeed, which kind of
Proficiency with stealth.
oh here he is.
I already have that.
He already has that. Yeah.
Expertise with stealth now.
If only. I'll go with, you know, animal handling. I like
Sure.
animals.
Handle with animals, buddy. It's a +7. Hell
Corn
yeah.
handling.
Exactly. I mean, you've been handling a corn
handle.
boy, so yeah. All right. Most.
Does he count as
excellent.
an animal?
Do you count him as an animal?
Probably not.
All right. Good. He feels better about that.
I mean, you've also been teaching him Druidcraft, right? So you might be able to pick something with that.
Potentially.
But there's no like teaching thing.
There's no teaching, but
I mean, I think that's technically either history or insight or something.
yeah, to a
Anyway.
degree, yeah.
Or maybe
So yeah, I say
performance.
insight he's already good on. History he's bad at. Yeah.
How good are you at giving PowerPoints?
I know, right?
Oh no.
God, I'll judge your guys' teaching ability on your Excel PowerPoint performance skills. I'm proficient in Excel. Excellent.
I actually have expertise in Excel.
Ooh, nice. My wife who has expertise in Excel.
Close to.
I have
better.
I have expertise in googling how to do things in Excel, which makes it look like I'm good at Excel.
Perfect. That's all you
I-
need, really.
Exactly, that's all you need. Exactly.
If waifu knows how to use macros, then she's better than me. So
Yeah, he does. She like
Macros.
to a degree, yeah. You like wrote that whole shit. It keeps track of all the nonsense and
Oh, you mean like the summon stuff? I have
no, that's functions. Yeah, I mean that's basic.
yeah.
macros. No.
print on macros.
Macros is basically the same as sum, except you do it in code form,
Mm.
so you can do more in-depth stuff.
Wait.
No.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm not that good.
It's not something you want to know honestly because it's terrible.
Oh, there you go. All right. Then maybe you can be proud to not know that.
Why does this have an active effect?
Yeah, but there's a lot of things you can't do natively, but with macros you can.
Druidic? I don't know. Is that a feature?
There's an effect on it. I don't know what it is.
The effect is druidic. Okay,
I mean,
meaning.
you
Oh,
can
come on, let me
speak
see it.
Druidic, yes.
Let's see what it is. Yay.
Isn't Druidic
Oh,
just
it gives you the
can
druidic
basically
language. That's it.
speak with you can
Oh.
basically speak with
Yeah.
plants with it, right?
Yeah. So basically, while you have that, you have druidic in your language. Rather than manually adding it, you have a thing. So if you were to lose that, you'd lose the druidic language. But we can just manually add it. So yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
It's a
sense.
language nobody else can learn.
Except for druids.
Drew knows Druidic.
The fun thing about Druidic is you can
Druidic.
leave,
Druidic?
you can leave messages inside plants, and only other people that can speak Druidic can read them, I guess.
That's not work. You like shit post in like various bushes.
Oh hell yeah!
Nice.
I know what I'm doing now. Every bush.
All right. Alrighty. We roll over to the next day.
Oh, I can change my spells now.
He's gonna leave like Yelp reviews at every tree.
Alrighty. And okay. In the morning, do the three of you wish to do anything in particular?
I mean, Urt would be the kind of guy that doesn't want to stick with the band for too long.
Mhm.
So he'd probably be very motivated to do something else, assuming he can find something.
Meanwhile, I look like I've been crying again because I had a dream about Kovu.
was-
Haven't had
what
one
was-
of those in forever.
What was the dream about?
It was about when we met.
How'd you meet?
In the middle of the desert, he was drowning in a sand pit.
That's horrible. How'd you save him?
I grabbed a nearby rotted old tree and pulled him out.
Excellent. It didn't snap or
Casually
anything.
grabs a tree.
Amazingly.
Yeah, just pick up an entire tree and said, "Grab this idiot."
Yeah,
The
pretty
whole
much.
tree.
And he's like, "Wow, my -1 in strength would have never thought to do that."
All right. A little branch.
I got you.
A
Yeah.
branch long enough.
Yeah.
You could have just stuck your tails out.
That too.
That too. Yeah.
He had no idea what a demon was and thought I was his guardian angel. So he called me Angel after that.
Wow, it's adorable. My whole heart. Alrighty, wonderful. We'll say in the morning you run into Jez, and she's actually kind of waiting down here having a nom. And as she sees you guys
nom?
come on down, yeah, the whole ass nom, she kind of gives you guys a quick wave as if to say, "Hey, come on over."
You're welcome.
There's no romance. He's dead.
I love romance, so
Oh, as far as
He's
Kiara
dead.
knows. Well, at least he's not undead. You heard
Oh,
says.
God.
dot
Oh,
dot.
God.
Oof, I do hope I didn't jinx that. Knocks on wood.
Knocks on wood. Did Seth even watch that thing yet?
Did you?
I didn't watch the full thing. I watched part of the first one.
Okay,
Oh no.
but yeah, I guess spoilers. He doesn't die.
Here,
Obviously.
I will open it up right now so I remember later.
There is lore. Yeah, there is stuff happening.
We're setting it up real hard right now.
Like I said, ask and y'all shall receive.
Give me.
Yib.
Weirdly enough, Kovu isn't the only one that was killed by the guy and turned undead.
It's a
Wait, yours is undead too?
One of mine is, yes.
Oh.
He's reborn.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
The
Reoccurring habit.
The owl boy. Yeah.
Hmm.
Had his tongue ripped out, thrown in the
Owl
ocean.
boy.
I mean, he's killed enough people. A couple of them have to survive somehow.
yeah, it's one of the
Yeah. I mean, in this case, the guy worked for him for a while.
Poor guy.
Yeah, then he learned something that he shouldn't have learned apparently. Had his tongue ripped out and killed and thrown in the ocean.
Rip.
That's accurate.
And he remembers none of it.
Well, I mean, that's probably for the best.
Probably, yeah.
Right, but yes, you do indeed see her sort of just waiting as she waves you all over.
Morning, Jez. My fur looks much better, by the way.
Comb it.
Yeah, I did.
Excellent.
Where's my baby?
Where's your baby?
Dead.
You left it out to die.
No, I didn't.
Did you actually
I-
ever resummon it?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I did.
Alright.
I usually resummon it immediately.
It.
Yeah.
There's
There's-
Casey
there's your it.
517.
Have your it. All right. Your it skitters across.
I thought we were on 532.
I lost track of count, honestly.
It's 531.
As long as she keeps just saying random
Shit.
numbers, you guys will never actually know. Secretly, she's actually counting down. You guys are like, we're we in the 500s? No, we're in the 400s. Oh, okay.
When
Trust
we
me.
reach 0, the world ends.
Oh, God. Yeah, it was like Casey dying to count down, not to count up.
When you summon Casey 0, it's actually the Great Destroyer.
There's like
Exactly. There's a method to my madness.
madness indeed. You all see Jez, and she waves you all over with sort of a soft smile. Good morning, all.
Morning.
I thought I would report on something I found the other day.
Do tell.
Do tell, yes.
Well, I ran into some ruffians, some barbarians on the road, and, well, let's say they were not too polite. After a stern talking to, I was able to acquire an item from them. I thought maybe you'd want it.
Sure.
As she smiles, she places a bag on the table.
I was told by Suharto that, well, it's has the potential to be somewhat dangerous, so one would need to be careful with it. I believe he called it,
As she kind of opens it and looks at it.
well, it's a bag of beans, apparently.
I take the bag and peek inside. Is it actually beans?
Yeah, it's
I
beans,
like
yeah.
beans.
Well, you don't eat them. Please don't eat them.
Oh.
I must stress. He warned me not to, well, unless you wanted for something interesting as he placed it to happen. Don't plant them either.
What would happen?
A multitude of things.
Wait, so what are
Random.
we supposed to do with them?
Think of them as something fun.
And she sort of smiles and slides it over to you. Whose inventory shall I deposit this into?
Mine, only if you want me to go plant them right now.
Okay,
I
then I'm
don't
not giving them to
even-
Kiara.
Can I
know
do
what
like
the
a
bag of
history
beans
check or an
does.
arcana check to see if I remember what they are?
Yes, anyone is more welcome to do that. If you don't like to roll history or arcana, you're more than welcome.
Ah, yes. Why did I
Depends.
even roll history? I have
Alright,
advantage
let's
on
go for
arcana
it.
checks.
Nice.
Oh, juicy. I like your dice. Your dice are really good.
history.
Or arcana, whichever you wish. It is.
Can
It is.
I have
It,
roll it down?
I have a +6 in history. Let's do it.
okay.
Wait, did my dice change?
Did it?
No, it's the same.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Hey,
little different
Just
actually.
roll the bad ones out.
Yeah, the dice from
But-
yesterday's game looked kind of funny too.
Interesting.
They're
Well,
not the
tech-
same.
yeah.
or
Yesterday,
shinier.
they're different between every game, so there also is that. I'll
yeah,
go.
but I mean the effect looked different, like something changed.
That's also a possibility. It did update recently. I'll go ahead and deposit this item into your inventory, Kiara, as you are looking at it. You guys should be able to pass the item around if you wish. There's a little bit going on here. So the bag of beans. Inside this heavy cloth bag are 3 D4 dry beans. The bag weighs 1d4 pounds, plus 1d4 pounds plus each bean it contains. If you dump the bag's contents onto the ground, they will explode into a 10-foot radius extending from the beans. Each creature in the area, including you, must make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw, taking 5d4 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much. The fire ignites flammable objects. If you to remove a bean, the way you're normally supposed to use this, from the bag and plant it in dirt or sand, then water it, the bean will produce an effect 1 minute later from the ground where it was planted. The GM can choose the effect, or it's random. You bet your ass it's going to be random. And you guys can see the table there. It is a lot of fun, weird, random shit, like shriekers sprouting, or a treant, or a giant animated immobile statue, campfires, fruit,
There's the table.
a massive pyramid,
Did you actually
toadstools.
link it, or?
It's not linked. It is. Let me see.
A treant.
Yeah, it's in her inventory.
How are we supposed to see that? I can't see it.
Oh, there it is.
Where was the link button? I thought it was the bottom.
You need to open it.
I want some treants.
Yes. No. Wait.
So we're gonna plant one, basically.
I'm definitely gonna plant one. This is calling to me.
Yes, it is called the bag of beans. That is indeed what it does. It's a normal, well, relatively normal item. Can I just drag it to chat?
No.
Not.
The
Okay.
info button is on that pop out now.
Is
but
it?
you can't pop out. You can't touch the pop out.
No, there's no info button for me. Can you link it?
On the pop out.
On the pop out.
Here, I'll just.
No, hang on. That pop out. You hover over it and it pops out.
Oh.
See the info button? But you can't select the pop out.
What?
I
Okay,
just
that's
linked
stupid.
it.
Yeah,
for
you did.
D&D
Thank you.
Beyond.
Yeah, it's from D&D Beyond. That's strange. Why? Oh, hold X button to interact with this card. Info. There we go.
Why?
Does it say that?
Yeah, Larry says that.
That's kind of annoying though.
Yeah, I
when
agree.
it worked
Yes.
Before.
Did it?
Oh, it does say hold X.
You could just click on it and then click info before.
Yeah. Okay. Something probably changed. I did mention that he updated the 5e core a little while back, and it did some things with AC, which I'm not a fan of, but whatever. Anyway, yes, that is indeed what the bean do. If you would be so kind, Urit, we'll say you go ahead and roll me 3d4, and we'll say that's how many beans there are.
Roll maximum bean.
Maximum bean footage, baby.
That's
8.
not maximum bean.
That's
It's
not
close
maximum
enough.
bean.
it's
All
close
right.
to maximum.
I am going to change its weight because we don't really worry too much about that. No, if I just change, I can just do this, right? Means 8. Is that fine? All right, cool. Yes. Oh no, you know what? I could just. I'm dumb. I can just do this. Hold up.
What are you
all right.
touching?
What? What am I touching?
Okay, there we go.
Don't edit the item. All right, I'll mess with something. But yes, you receive this bag of beans, Kiara, and you all know what it does. So what
So we
say
go
thee?
plant one.
Let's go plant one.
You want to go plant one?
I want to go plant one.
Okay.
We just run out, leaving Jez here. We gotta go plant one. See you later.
The
Are you
mischievousness
sure you
in
want
me.
to do that here? With the magic water?
No, in the back. Way away from the town.
It's very important.
Very important.
Let's hope you're low-handed.
Okay,
Definitely
this
great fun.
should actually function. Should. It has 8 of 8 charges. It rolls 1d100, and then we will consult the table with what it does.
planted hub.
All right, it does say. Oh, where are you planting it? May I ask? Because the effects can be kind of insane.
I said
Away
in the away from the town.
Way from town. Okay. Kiara plucks out one of the bean boys.
I drop a little of the special water on it.
Okay.
Are you sure about that?
Okay. 19.
No, I'm not. But
Hey.
19. A tree and
again.
sprout.
That's a 50
Is chaotic.
It's gonna attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a hug.
Flip. All right. Go ahead and flip me a coin. Actually, should I flip the? I'll flip the coin.
Yes. Make it hidden as well. Don't tell
Yes.
us
My
so
coin.
it's late.
Well, oh yeah, the one. Ooh, that's a pretty dragon.
Heads.
All right. Let's see. Okay, I've rolled something. You guys don't know what it is. As you plant the bean, Kiara, the ground begins to rumble. And normally this would indeed take a minute, but you feel as if by splashing the special water on it, it is reacting a little bit faster, about twice as fast. So it takes about 30 or so seconds. Let me double check. Did the bag of beans actually go down one when you clicked it? Did it ask you want to use one of the charges? It freaking worked. Man, I'm a god. Hell yeah. All right.
I can't
Alright.
believe we summoned a tree ant in the middle of a desert.
Throw that.
I
give it a
that
hug.
way.
I mean, if he's evil,
They are chaotic good normally.
Alrighty. As that begins to... Oh, I'm an idiot. Alright, it says a what? A treant?
With
Yeah.
Yeah.
tree ant, yeah.
Regular treant?
Yeah.
Wow, look at
That's
that
a
boy.
big boy.
Look at that boy.
Quite big.
Wow, and I find that art.
Beautiful. I didn't find that. You can blame Wizards of the Coast for this boy. Let's
I
actually
give
take
him
a
big hug.
let's take a look at his character art. Oh boy, check this out. Hold it. You want to hug that?
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Hell yeah,
It looks,
alrighty.
It looks very
He's-
huggy.
He's got 3 arms.
All the
Bro,
better
my
for
teacher
hugging.
used to have like
No.
5 of these working around
He-
the house.
He has an arm hanging out between the back of his legs so he can scratch his ass easier. See that?
Oh my god.
You see that arm?
No, I didn't need that mental image.
Well, can you see it now? Can you visualize it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now he can scratch his knots much easier now. All right. As the ground begins to rumble, Valen walks closer and closer to this naughty boy. And you give him a hug?
I give him a hug. He
All right.
reminds me of
I
my
don't like
childhood.
that.
You just called him a naughty boy. Did he roll evil?
Well, he's a
No.
tree. So
He said
by
naughty.
default, he's a
He said
naughty
very
boy.
naughty.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Don't-
hate this
Oh.
so much.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That
much.
one went over my head.
I got you, don't worry. I got you, don't worry.
Ugh.
We'll say just because of how odd this is, Jez, of course, followed because she wants to see what the hell's going on. And as the tree grows and grows and grows, Valen, you feel as if it is indeed hugging you back. It feels nice. It's a really, really gentle, mostly gentle hug. And
Are you fooling us, DM?
no, he's growing. He's small, but he grows larger
Nice big hug, and, then
and
he breaks
larger.
your neck.
and larger until the point where
And
he's
he's strong enough to crush us.
hugging Valen a bit too hard. And I will say, since he is indeed hugging you, this will just outright do damage with advantage because you are all up on his business.
That's not very nice.
No, he rolled chaotic evil.
Ah!
Oh,
Okay.
he's dead.
The tree critically hugs you, Valen, and he
My
squeezes
childhood.
the living shit out of you. It is
My
like
childhood. No.
a tube of toothpaste.
Holy hell! What the hell happened to your mic?
Mine?
Yeah.
Is it freaked out now?
Sounds fine
No,
for me.
it's fine.
You're fine
now,
for
but
me.
Okay, might have been the
Like at the
last.
last second, it went very tinny. Something.
That might be because waifu made a demon noise. So it's like, that's not
Really?
a human.
I laughed. That's not a demon noise.
Kind
Exactly.
of sounded like you were talking into a cup or something. So.
That's weird. Very strange. All the same, yes, the tree squeezes the ever-living piss out of you, Valen. And as it looks down to you, it says, "Hello there, little buddy."
That was very nice.
Okay.
And you can see his smile just slowly creep across its lips.
He is evil, right?
Roll for initiative.
I wonder. He just crit me for 36. Is he evil?
I mean, it could be an accident.
Oh my
He's a
god, that
tree.
looks so cool.
What is that?
That looks cool.
It does look cool. You're welcome. Why'd you do that?
To protect
valid.
You gotta roll initiative
Now
first.
I'm on fire too.
No.
Okay, Kira's not taking part in this fight. She's watching. Hey, see, you're number 1 anyway. How?
You're watching me get squished.
Exactly. You're watching the smash. All right, how convenient. Begin combat. Music.
Burn the tree.
Burn the tree. All right. Well,
All right, you are up first, Kiara.
Casey already went.
No, I don't count that.
Oh.
The only reason I attacked Valen is because he was literally hugging the tree as it was spawning. This is more so the limbs are wrapping around you, Valen, and just kind of crushing you, but you were able to kind of like wriggle your way out. So you're not grappled by this thing. You were for a moment.
What spells do we even have anymore?
What?
Hmm.
Nothing
You had a
changed.
full rest. Nothing. You have everything.
Yeah, you should have everything.
Besides, it's a tree. What works against trees?
Fire. Oh, hi.
You
Do I
know,
have a
Valen
target
thought this was
selected?
going to be a better
Thank
day,
you.
and now he's sad.
Urt will, however, tell Kiara, at least you'll have a lot of wood to work with now.
Ooh, good point.
No.
Indeed. Already.
Go away.
The
Go.
trees
Stop.
actually have resistance or
What are you saying to go away?
fire or something.
There we go.
Okay.
I accidentally clicked it the other way and it gave me a pop out that wouldn't go away.
Okay. Alrighty, with 3 quick blasts of heat, Kiara, you strike the treant, and it howls out in pain. And you can tell that the tree is, shockingly, or unshockingly, he is
That's a
weak.
very dexterous tree.
He is weak to fire. He is indeed quite dexterous as he dives out of the way. He will still take a wee bit of damage as little Casey wriggles forward and shoots a gout of flame outward. Also, yes, I'm glad you like that animation. I recently found it.
Lovely.
It is very lovely. All right.
Urt will take half a moment to consider looking at his maul and then flip it around to the X side.
All right.
I've always wanted to be a lumberjack, honestly.
All right. As you charge in.
Bonus action, go big.
Okay. Big mode acquired.
Dreams.
Yes,
I'll
I
move Valen
currently
again.
do not have my shield active because this was sudden.
That is fair.
God, why do you do this to me?
Attack.
As you charge on forward, you strike the creature 2 times. That second one actually will hit.
It is slashing instead of bludgeoning, if that does anything.
Indeed. I don't think it does. No. Yeah. So
Sure.
that is just standard damage, unfortunately. But all the same, it is a nice chunk of damage. Jez, looking very shocked at this whole situation, goes,
Oh, allow me to assist.
as she charges
She's so
in,
chill. I love her.
and she twirls her spear, striking once and twice, almost dancing with her weapon. Valen, you've been let go by this big lad, and he's looking down at you, just smiling.
I'm sad.
You see one of his
Like that
limbs
tree be friend.
grow loose after Urt gave it a nice whacking.
Maximum sad. Where's my stuff?
Why can't we be friends?
Blame the D4.
I used a D4, not a coin. How dare?
I don't have a coin on me, I'm sorry.
There's a coin in Foundry.
There is, but I wanted it to be secret.
You can hide.
You
roll.
can secret roll.
I know, but I have all these dice in front of me because I'm a nerd.
Ooh, that looks cool.
It's
Alrighty,
a bear.
Valen quickly transforms into a massive cave bear,
Ah, yes.
roaring his
The
defiance to this
cave
tree.
bear. Natural enemy of the tree.
Exactly. What will the cave bear do to the tree?
Bye.
Wait,
Bye.
wait.
Woohoo!
Alright, well he
Hit him.
attempts to do that very thing. And unfortunately, you dive forward and critically miss as your jaws snap at the air. The tree kind of whaps you with one of its smaller limbs, just like, nah, stop, bad boy.
My claw missed. I still
He-
bit him.
He whacks your snoot. Oh, you did bit. Oh god, I didn't see that. Did you click both of them at the
I-
same time?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay. My apologies. That jumped by so fast. I only saw claws. Might have been a hiccup. All right. Is that your turn, Mr. Bear?
Did you really just bite the tree?
Sad bear. Yes.
Sad bear. All right. He is not sure who he wants to hit, but well, I guess bears are the natural enemy to trees, aren't they?
Yes.
He's feeling. I don't know. He's feeling very angry. We'll start with the bear. We'll start with the bear. A massive limb is raised as it comes crashing down onto you, Sir Bear.
Ow.
Is that
And then
single attack?
a second. Yeah, he has one more as he's readying it. Do you wish to help your friend?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Intercept.
Ready?
I mean, he's a bear. That's just nah. It's fine. It's not actual health, so.
All right. Quickly intercepting with
It is,
your actual shield that you happen to have on you. You're able to block
Actually,
some.
that's true. I'm not allowed to intercept.
You still have your actual shield on you, don't you?
No, because it's a two-handed weapon. I'm all.
Oh,
I need to actually be wearing my shield, so I can't actually intercept.
good point.
I do have
Yep.
other reactions, I think. Though.
You do.
I'm not sure if they're active.
Well, let me know as
I
the
can-
second
I can
branch is
use
coming
my
down in slow
moving
motion.
Shield, but that's fine.
All right, second one comes down,
Nothing I can do.
and we'll also
Bear.
strike and bloody the bear. This is revenge. Roll the piss.
Ew.
Don't pee on me, then, dude. All right, Kiara, your turn.
We don't have any big plans today, do we?
The tree does seem relatively hardy, but you do know he is indeed weak to fire.
All right. Again.
All right, more of his leaves light up in flame. Unfortunately, he's able to dodge your second strike, but the third one, in his haste question mark, to move out of the way, you strike him dead center, and more of his leaves are lit. Casey then shoots a gout of flame. And he fails, critically, taking 12 whole ass damage. The tree grows groans in pain as you light him up again.
Pass.
All right, you're up, bud.
Bonus action. Actually activate my shield this time.
All right, excellent. It shimmers to life. Drek cheers as you charge into battle, swinging your weapon high overhead and striking the treant again 2 times.
Bonk.
There's another
To use my room for this, so I'm not gonna.
quick. Alrighty, with another quick burst, you break forth many splinters from the treant, and it groans in pain as it begins to reach out for you, Earth. You know that you are its next target.
Good.
2 quick
Make yourself
spins
upon my body.
of her spear. Unfortunately, we are critically failing quite a bit.
Welcome to the club, Jez.
Welcome to the club. Jez looks at you and says,
That's
I
really
mean bear
shitty.
noises.
she goes "Rawr," back at you.
Oh,
It's maybe cute. I don't know. That's how you feel about that.
Munch.
She low-key insulted your mother and beer, but it's fine.
Slash.
Oh, nice. Big munch, big slash. The treant again groans out in pain as it looks about itself. And... You said you're far away from the town?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Alrighty. The treant looks around for brethren and is like, just looking around and looking around and looking around. And he kind of looks at himself and goes, "Why are we in a desert?"
Good
And he
question.
seems-
Why are you in the desert?
I was brought to life here. This is unfortunate. As he swings down at you, Urit.
Oh my god, it actually hits. But that's
And
fine.
then a second.
That's a spicy plus 10 to hit.
That is a spicy plus 10 to hit. I don't know why it's
It's
spicy.
fine.
Splicey.
You can tell he's looking for other tree friends, but unable to find them. And this boy is alone. Kiara.
I mean, there might be a cactus around.
Why is he
Cactus?
still alive?
Because he's not dead. He's on fire, though.
Well, I have some more fire.
Okay.
I
All right. Your first blast of heat, Kiara. Precisely aimed, but cares not. She shoots 2 more just because she freaking can. And as the treant is falling over, surprising no one, both of her fire misses. And does Casey shoot fire too just because he can? Just because he can. Casey shoots fire forward as the treant is toppling over. Jez gives it a quick just whack because she can as well. And the treant slowly teeters over with a groan.
I really like that effect.
It is very cool. With a groan and a cracking of dried wood. Creature falls in half and crashes to the floor. Safely outside the walls of the city, and fortunately away from trees.
Well, that's disappointing.
Sad bear noises.
I was hoping for a good tree.
She looks over to you, Kiara, and says,
I did say it was quite random.
Yes, very good to know. Might be a little too dangerous to use in the future.
Bear walks back to town. Big sad.
in bear mode. Just sees you doing that, and people know you can do this, but all the same, she's going to walk with you.
Sad bear.
She has her hand on your bear shoulder as you guys are sauntering back into town.
Back to town.
I'll
Very
drag
sad
the-
bear.
The tree ant with me.
You do what?
I'll drag the tree ant with me.
Okay, he is very large, and you can take some chunks with him, but it is just a giant animated hunk of wood. You guys can probably cut it up and do something with it.
I mean, it's wood.
Wood's wood, and wood is not rare here necessarily, but good wood is difficult to get a hold of. Fortunately, the sucker grew.
How good is tree ant wood?
How good is tree ant wood? Let's see. Roll me.
Very good for wand making because it's magical.
Traditionally,
Is
pretty
it?
good. We'll say.
And it'll have a nice char texture on it too.
Go ahead and roll. Yeah, you ruined it. Good job. Go ahead and.
Oh, it's artistical.
Oh, okay. Like wood burning.
Artisanally
Yeah.
baked wood.
Artisanal. That's the word.
cheesily baked wood.
It has the
Alrighty.
night char aroma.
Go ahead and just roll me nature while you guys are checking this boy.
Nature.
Yeah.
Good at those rolls.
Anyone can roll these, especially our bear boy.
Bear left though.
Bear left though.
Hey, I'm not proficient in nature.
Nat 20.
Too bad the dice decides that. It
Here,
don't
I'll
matter.
roll it anyways.
Apparently, there were a lot of tree ants in the Hollow Hill.
I thought
There
you
we go,
you,
that's
you were
graduated.
very close to the tree, so nice. A +6 and a -1 are the same thing.
I'm just sad. I thought tree ants were friends.
Unfortunately, Peyton
Not
decided this
often.
one was not.
Well, your nature's very low, so that makes sense why you think that.
Sure, you also went to hug it instantly. Like, well, actually, no, that this makes sense for Val. He's like, oh, all tree ants are good, right? And then you just went to hug him, and he's like,
This makes sense for Val.
let me snap your spine real quick. You're not using it right.
My teacher used to have a few of them just working around the house.
Traditionally, they wouldn't be dickish. This one seemed magically inclined to be a complete ass, though, for whatever reason. But yes, as you are indeed dragging it back, while it's not full of magical force, you do realize that this wood can be used for various things around the town and whatnot. It is overall definitely useful for something.
It's
Excuse
also
me.
a very big tree.
It is also, this is a lot of wood. Like I mentioned before, it's not difficult to get your hands on wood in like Chabi and in Shun Hill and whatnot, but it can be depending where you are. And considering Chabi's in the middle of nowhere, most of the wood you guys have is somewhat dilapidated. Like they try their best to, I almost said lather it up. I don't know if you lather wood. Sure, you lather wood. They do their best to basically make it look nicer and kind of go out and bring some back, but the desert is not kind to trees and plants in general. Usually things are already dried because that's how they survive in the desert. This is more of a supple boy though, just because that was in his nature. So bringing this back, people will be like, oh, very nice.
They'll just see me strolling in with like a massive tree behind them. It happens to have eyes.
And no one questioned it because
It's normal for us.
exactly.
We've gone in with weirder stuff.
This is indeed true.
With a scorpion.
Let me
giant
check
lizard.
something real quick. Okay, you rolled me something nice and high. I will say, if you swing this by Suharto, you're told by Jez that he actually wanted to see you guys. Suharto, that is. And alright, you're actually able to identify not just the nice wood, but potentially something deeper, something more useful in this treant. Because of that, if you swing by Suharto, he might be able to assist you guys.
I don't suppose the tree had any
Sure.
pine cones on it, did it?
Did it have any pine cones on it?
You know, for little baby tree ants.
Possibly, but planting them would not make treants.
Damn it.
I mean, we do have magic water.
Very true.
It might turn into a magic tree.
Potentially.
Can I plant one? Do pine cones actually are they actually seeds?
I think they
These ones are.
plain seeds. Yes.
eat this boy in the distance.
Because I know that nuts are seeds, but
Yes,
I mean, there is a reason why bears and stuff eat pine cones.
they want that sweet tree nut juice.
Oh,
Oh,
I
no.
Say that
see.
again.
About no.
Alrighty. We'll say yes. You all
Oh, God.
indeed. Yes.
Ooh, you did just go robot-y for half a second.
Yep. They're just freaking out. Better?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just hit the red. I like hard spiked into the red.
Wait, that was our internet then?
That was our internet. Yeah.
God damn it.
No one's freaking out.
For now.
Knock on wood.
If y'all want to head to Mr. Suharto, he will have things for you.
To Mr. Suharto.
Indeed.
I
Also,
want to
you-
take a short rest.
Sure.
There isn't like a. Oh, before you go take a short rest, can you heal me up?
I don't get spell slots back
Oh,
on
fuck's
short
sake.
rest, but I can.
Do it anyway, nerd.
You
Ah, if
become a
only we had
warlock.
Cantrip
No thanks.
healing. I mean, otherwise I can just drink a potion or something, but
That's not worth it.
we have magic tree. It's fine.
That's close enough. You'll be fine.
You did get that healing, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Double checking because I actually wasn't active on that scene.
I was
Oh.
actually at half health, so yeah, it helped.
Cool. Awesome.
Now I take a short rest.
Excellent.
Tree hugs are mean.
Yes. As you head over to take your rest, she just chills with you and just kind of leans against your fur. As you're short resting in bear mode, I assume.
No.
No. Okay, she's not leaning against you. That's weird.
It's weird when I'm not
When
a
you're
bear.
a person, yeah, she thought the
It's
bear was
fine when
cute.
I'm
She thought the bear was
Okay.
cute. Maybe
I
she
see
likes
how it
bears.
is.
I'm sorry. But yes. So heading
It
over.
can't be nice being a bear in the middle of a desert.
No, I would imagine
Definitely
not,
not.
so.
Do I still get normal form healing if I
If
do it
you
in
what?
bear form?
Probably. Yeah, probably not.
I mean, I would say if you short rest,
not.
you're getting it in Valen and not bear form. Because the bear can't short rest, you're short resting. I'm
Okay,
more
then
so.
I'll stay bear.
Yeah.
Maximum bear time.
But yes, Suarto, it does indeed have something for you, as she meant. And as you guys head over to his shop, he lets you know. You head in. He greets.
We went all the way to town.
I mean, you guys were just outside town, right?
Oh, wait, are Chabi town
That's
or the other
Suharto.
town?
Suharto, not Salil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Our weird vendor, not the other weird vendor.
Yes.
Okay.
Alrighty, but yeah, you guys all head to Suarto, and he greets you as per usual, and says, "Hello, everyone. How are we today?"
Bear noises.
Yesterday.
Yes, I have heard a multitude of things, but hopefully, maybe I can raise your spirit in some way. I do have something for you.
My ears perk up.
Perfect.
Yes, we did already get your bag of beans. And tried one of them actually.
What precisely?
If you look outside, you'll see what happened.
He leans and kind of opens the door and sees a giant tree ant.
Suddenly, there's a massive tree in front of the door.
Wonderful. All right then.
It's actually magical wood, you know.
Oh, intriguing. You
There's
start
something in it, but
you start showing him the wood and whatnot. And he's like, "Oh yeah, this is indeed wood. It's actually quite tight." Ooh. And he starts looking around a bit and says, It looks like you discovered something a little more interesting here, Mr. Urit. These don't always survive combat and such, especially when it's subjected to burning. But all the same, some of the wood, its core, that is, was kept intact. This can be sold to...
burn it too deep.
Yes, this can be sold to collectors and such. While it is magical in nature, it's nothing that we would really necessarily need to use. But I can sell it to those that would, whittle it down into some small animal or something. The wood itself is will last longer. It is not as weatherable, if you will. If you wish to keep it, you're more than welcome to. But if I can take it off your hands, I can pay you.
I just want to keep a chunk.
I
You're
actually
more-
want a small chunk too.
Sure, you're more than welcome to take half and half. We'll say.
Having a good amount of wood for working is useful, but the heart is yours.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and I need like a foot of it.
Yes, you
Perfect,
can take one of the
perfect.
branches.
Oh, yes.
One of the
Well,
non-burned branches, preferably.
the entire creature we can, of course, use for the town, but I do more so mean the core itself.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
that's all yours. I don't need that.
Oh, perfect.
All right, then. Well, you'll be fortunate to hear that we were able to tell various goofs and gaffs to that little bag that you found with the snake face on it.
Did it have a snake face on it?
Yes,
You
the
mean,
bag that's...
You mean this one, the bag of holding?
precisely.
Well, I believe you guys left it with Dora and all them to shake more money out.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that
Oh,
bag.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you guys basically said, like, make. You basically gave it to Dora and said, make jokes. We want our money.
Well,
Use your time wisely, you lazy.
Actually, we
or
were
tired
still
bum.
getting money from that, weren't we?
Wow.
precisely. And I was able... I believe, at least, we were able to get the rest of it. So that, plus this fine chunk of wood here, should net all of you. Let's see, those 3 of you. Let's go ahead and divide that out. That actually divides perfectly. Wonderful. Go ahead and add 200 each to your coffers.
I do like gold.
Yes, each of you had 200.
And not only that, but our friends that have been gathering around the desert and looking for things for you, they have indeed come back with various items. Whoever wants whatever, just let me know and I will give it to you. But the 3 things were found, and then I might have messed up 1 or 2, we'll say. But from what I have the leftovers, you may have these 3. We had a surplus.
And he shows you 3 vials. 2 of them you guys have seen before. It is a level 2 and level 3 healing potion. Who would like those?
I'll take the level 3.
I'm fine on potion for now.
You already have level 3 on you? Okay, we'll
And
just
I'll take the others.
increase that to 3. Okay, now you have 3. Perfect.
Oh,
Oh,
I have
oh,
one,
the-
one gold.
The image has changed. Interesting.
Ruined.
It did.
Interesting. All right, I'll give the level 1, level 2 to Kiara. And then the final one. This is an item that has multiple uses, but mostly for raising your luck in the field, increasing averages and such in all that you could do. Not by a lot, but, well, all the same, I do believe one of you could use it. And he hands you, he's made a few of these before, but this one is free, and it is, to your knowledge, a potion that contains the Bless spell. You don't need to hold concentration on it, you just drink it, and you have Bless, effectively, for 1 minute.
Nice.
Who would like that?
Stole. Me.
Kiara can have it. With all her bad rolls.
Wow.
Big sad.
It's not fair.
I mean, Urut only does one thing. Hitting things, so he doesn't really care.
Very
But
true.
you have a lot of like utility spells which need to hit.
They really do.
All right, the way this works. Scroll down real quick. Oh, dear God. Let me scroll down. He says it scrolls up and up and up, and I scream internally. All right.
We
Nice.
can get you a new mouse, you know.
I must scream,
I know.
but I have no mouth.
Yes, that was a wonderful game. Nice and happy. Everyone ended up
It
great.
still made now like 0 sense to me. Like how
Oh.
you were supposed to find out certain things.
No, yeah, some of that shit's super obscure, but that's old games for you. What do you want?
Especially like the, not even the individual puzzles, but like the ending, like the good ending.
Oh, that shit was impossible to get.
It made no sense.
Yeah, that was so hard to
How
get.
are you
Like,
supposed to find that out?
honestly, I like how obscure some old games were, but some are just like, okay, sure. Alrighty. So you now have an item on you, Kiara. It is a spell scroll, first level. But effectively, what it is Bless.
A spell scroll, you say?
Yes. So it's technically,
If
obviously, a
only we had
potion.
a wizard.
So spell potion, Bless. I'll rename it so it makes sense. Okay, there should be an inventory under tools. It says spell potion, Bless. Target yourself. It actually does have Bless in it, so if you target yourself, you will have Bless for 10 rounds, 1 minute.
Fun.
And of course, he sells more of those. I believe the price was 70 gold.
Who did I order
Really?
my
70
fireball?
gold?
thing
Yes, well,
from?
it's gone down in price, and like I mentioned, the mercenaries bringing stuff in allows you guys to get things at a cheaper price.
How long do they last, actually?
Same 1 minute.
Oh, am I subtracting 70?
No. This was free. This one is free.
Okay.
So yeah, basically he said, as per usual, the mercenaries bringing in stuff like you told them to enables him to make lots of magic items, which is where he's getting his stock from. Otherwise, he'd run out pretty quickly. But when he has surplus, he gives them to you guys. I basically just roll, and if they roll over a certain number, it's just free items for you guys.
Oh, he's nice.
He likes you guys. You guys are look what you've done to the town. It has a road now. He's getting customers.
A whole road.
Yeah, there's a whole ass road. You kidding me? He's very happy with this. But yes, he will look into the wood that you've given him and all that extra stuff there. We got that, and yes, wonderful. Okay, it is still early-ish morning. You guys were gonna get food. The Jez gave you all some beans, and then you decided to plant a boy. So realistically, the day is still ahead of you. So Harto, unless you guys have any questions for him, we'll bid you farewell as he continues with his work.
I will ask him to get some stock of lightning resistance potions.
Oh, yes, please.
He can definitely do that, but it will take him not a hot second, but he'll have to probably get it from Sakai, because those are a little pricier, not something as commonly held on to, but he can definitely get it.
Sooner rather than later, just in case what's his face decides to visit.
Okay, he will send out a work order for that ASAP for you then. Alrighty, and with that, what would you all like to do? It is it's not noon yet, so.
Who am I getting my fireball from?
So that I'm going to I guess to quickly rewind to that. From what you guys have asked for, like I mentioned, I'm going to take, so we have like perfect clarity. I'm going to take all of the PDFs that I get my item prices from, and I'm going to put them into a drive that you guys can look at, and then you can see how expensive things are supposed to be, and they're absurd. I'm usually using averages, so if it's 5,000 gold in one and 1,000 in the other, I just pick the middle, basically, like 3,000, 2,500, whatever I'm in the mood for, and I say that's the cost of the item. Obviously, some items are unpurchasable because they should be found in the wild and not just purchased. So that really depends on the tier of the item, obviously, and then what you guys have done. But I'm effectively giving you guys free reign for crafting and such. So once I do have that, I'll show you guys. And of course, you're more than welcome to, like you said, these ring of spell splitting. Obviously, if Mercer says it's 6k, that's a lot. I'll cut it in half parts, but 3k is still a shit ton of gold. So there's that.
Maybe we can just find a spell splitting monster and harvest it.
All right, cut that bad boy open. There is still a few various hunts. There is one easier one that you guys were made aware of that isn't a top priority, but there's one that is relatively nearby that we've partially run into.
You use that for a confidence boost.
Yes. I will say for 2 of them, they'll take like a day or so to make, just because it requires some tinkering, but you will need to spend a day or 2, depending on how you roll, doing a bear spin, and then basically that will be the day of you crafting and fusing that into your items. For you, Kiara, I determined the fireball. It'll literally just be your... Where would you want to store it? The wand, right? Your tool is where you put that thing on?
Yeah, aren't I storing it in the attachment?
I believe so, yeah. And you put that on the all-purpose tool?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, that would give you 1 casting a fireball per long rest, effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
technically, you have the wood to make a completely new all-purpose staff now.
Yes, also that. And something for you, Valen, because I believe this would make sense, just in general. You are a shape-shifting lad, and you're always turning into animals. That's kind of your thing, right?
Yeah, trying to do more of the spellcasting side because animals aren't working out right now.
Right. So this makes sense to me, but I think either you would have maybe it broke and maybe just needs repairs. But I feel like your character would either currently have the insignia of claws on him, or he would have a broken insignia of claws that just needs some fixing up. One of the two. But that wouldn't take any time at all to get prepared for Valen, of course. Nice and cheap. And then for Urit, I had to dig through some of your requests. I will say one thing I do not want to do is increase your guys' AC too much for a longer reason. But I don't want AC to become an arms race, because it makes D&D very boring. A lot of fights are you swing, I swing, you swing, I swing, and no one's hitting, and all the rolls are completely meaningless, and it just feels like we're wasting our time. Not that I want to lower anyone's AC. I'm fine with how it is.
Just say, give me a belt of dwarven kind or something, but at the same time, it's a bit boring.
Yeah. So while some things are kind of boring, I'm trying to give you more utility items. So for you specifically, Urit, once again, this will take like a day to craft. I made something based off of what you requested. And I thought this would more so in line fit with what you like. So let me read it to you real quick. It was basically along the lines of the wall. So what this can do is, as an action, you can erect a magical chest-high wall that is 5 feet wide, so deep, and runs for 20 feet, and you can shoot that within 30 feet of your location. And it can turn if you want. The wall may be moved through by friendly creatures and provides them half cover. Hostile creatures are able to move through it, but it counts as difficult terrain. The wall lasts for a minute and can be used once per long rest. So rather than just you shooting a wall for a turn, it can basically say, I want to make a wall and just shoot it out somewhere. And that will effectively last for the encounter. And I thought that was very on point for you. You could protect a friend with it. You could slow somebody down with it. You can provide someone cover. And as a reminder, going prone is a free action. So theoretically, Kiara or Valen, you could shoot a spell behind this wall and just go flat. You're in danger, of course, if something walks up to you. But if it doesn't, you are untargetable because you are flat behind this wall. So that does work. And that's basically what I would give to you, right? So it lets you have this wall utility. I've been trying to lean more towards utility than just, flat bonuses, because those are kind of boring, but shit that makes you guys think of, like, okay, where do I put this wall? Where do I do this? For Valen specifically, I want to give you the Insignia Claw just so your bear actually hits, because most of your creatures get one attack, and it's kind of boring. And they're low. One of them was like +5, which is weird.
Yeah.
It's because they're direct copies from like creatures.
Yeah, so I want to make sure you actually hit. +1 isn't crazy, so I figured he could have that. Obviously, you can have your fireball, but these will take like a day or so of just pure crafting to make. And if we'll say we'll do like a best of 2 out of 3, and if you fail the crafting roll, it'll take 2 days, basically. So effectively up to you guys when you want to work on it yourselves, or if you want to like outsource it.
What's our count?
You have 7 days.
There was actually an interesting magic item I found for Urut, but there is, it's weird because it's from a specific module of D&D.
Okay, which one?
That uses, it's the one about enterprising. So it has like weird enterprise levels.
Interesting. You can send it to me. I'll look at it.
Yeah. I think it's just like the, what's it called? The map makers thingy case or something.
Interesting. Yeah, I figured those would work perfectly fine. I will say the cost, if you guys make it yourself, will be cheaper because you're making it, but it will take actual time out of your day, so you guys can't go out and do things. Otherwise, you can have it sent out and it'll cost more.
It's just a random magic item, but because it's from a specific module that does...
acquisitions, okay.
Yeah, it does venture levels, basically. So you need... I don't know.
Very weird. I will
Either it just works, or you need to make me a venture, I guess.
Okay, I'll definitely check it out. Honestly, I love utility items. The more utility shit you guys throw at me, I am more than willing to say yes to those. But just flat
like this one
plus this plus that, it's kind of like there's no roleplay in it. It's just it does more damage. Like, okay.
But did it automatically? Oh no, that's never mind.
Yes, I will indeed hold
the
that.
link. That's why.
I did, yes, for reason. But yes, so I have it open though. No worries.
That on stream.
Yeah, my head's in the way maybe. But regardless, yes. So the 3 of you, would you like to mess with these yourselves? Valen, I would say since yours is so simple, the Insignia Clause, this would also be you getting closer to Karad.
This would be something I would do myself.
Okay, you think you do yourself? That makes sense. Go ahead and...
What specifically is my item in this case? Is it still an armor piece?
So yours would be... I'm thinking... God, I don't want to stack everything, but I guess it makes sense. I'm thinking it would either be attached... Nah, not attached to your plate. I feel like we could just... Shit. I was thinking of attaching it to Stormbreaker and just having it be something that he's helping you with because he understands you want to like help your friends. No. And
I
it
feel like he has a lot of things already added to him now.
Yeah, he does.
Like you could make it a 2 or something.
I say for ease of access, I was just going to stack it on Stonebreaker, but we can figure out where we put it. I'll make it its own ability. I'll just call it Stonewall or whatever you want to call it. Just so there's not a weird like, oh, it attacks and also has a wall. So we'll make it its own item, but we'll say it's a product of. You can tell me where you want it. We'll say you use your runic energy, your runic like your crafting, maybe plus Rack's influence over your armor and your soul binding to it to put it on something, whether it be your gauntlets, realistically anywhere you would like. And then
Add it to my boots. I can stomp the ground.
sure. Food sounds cool. And then Kiara. Let's see. I do believe you are proficient with your Tinkerer's tools, right?
Should be.
All right. Roll me a check with your Tinkerer's tools. We'll start with you. And we're looking for, let's see, to knock it out in one day, I'll say we're looking for a 16. Okay. All the same, it will be complete. It'll just take 2 days. Also, go ahead and subtract me 125 gold. Yeah, 125. So those are the raw ingredients you'll need to craft this thing. We'll say Kiara basically will have to stay in her room. Of course, you can come out for food and shit and some light role play, but you will be primarily focused on just crafting this item, and it will be done in 2 days. When we finish this day, it'll be 1 day. For it, since you're hammering this into your boots, you go ahead and roll your rune tinkering as well, and we'll be looking for the same number.
Which one specifically? My smithing tools, I guess.
But whichever one you're better at, realistically, since you're the one doing this.
I'm pretty sure they're all the same for me.
Okay. Beautiful. All right, Zora, you'll have this done in 1 day, and that should lower the price down to. So this will take a decent a chunk of the animal parts, but nothing too crazy. You guys will still have, of course, the option to make things. This will cost you 225. And then Mr. Valen, like I said, yours will be relatively easy to make. Realistically, you can get assistance from your friends from their wood fiddling. Are you proficient in any tools?
I don't think so.
You have 0 tools. All right, that
Thieves'
means
tools.
Okay, interesting.
I think everyone has these tools.
That means Valen's
Well, I
not a tool.
don't have them. I have proficiency with
Yeah.
them.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
I think if you get or lend Kiara's multi-tool, you get proficiency in whatever you choose.
We'll say during this time, Valen, roll me just a dexterity or sleight of hand check, because you're basically whittling at this wooden bear claw that you would wear that boosts your capacity in combat via animal form. Cool. All right. Okay, we'll say because of all of that, this will cost you 90 gold and will also be done 1 day. And I'll go ahead and just deposit that since it's a flat real item. All right, so this is definitely slightly awkward. I could be wrong, though. If I am, tell me. But I am fairly certain that items can actually go on creatures and such.
Maybe.
Let me double check. Okay, it's there. Of course it doesn't. All right. What is wrong with this item? I tried Googling it, didn't
Oh,
come
do you
up.
not have it?
Insignia of Claws is what it's called, right? Insignia of Claws. Is this a weird item?
Yeah.
Where's it come from? Port of the Dragon Queen. Okay, that's why.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It is a specific item from a.
Yeah,
It is very
manually make it then.
Yeah, I'll have the manual. Okay, yeah, well, I'll just import it through Beyond, because your friend has Horde, right?
Probably. I
Probably,
think I might
okay.
have it in my foundry. If I can
No worries.
probably just make it.
Yeah, no worries.
I keep seeing random icons in my inventory change. It's terrifying.
Yes. No, it's weird. Yeah, because it's linked to potion.jpg. So when the JPEG changes, it's just gonna change it. So all your runes look different now. I was like, what are those? It's throwing me off. The fist looks different too. The unarmed strike. I'm like, what is that thing? It's kind of cool looking. It's like a yeah. It looks like a glass. I'm like, okay, that kind of threw me off. Alrighty. So I guess for the two of you, this will indeed take all day for Valen and Urit. If there's any short downtime things you want to do, speak with any NPCs, do anything small, you're more than welcome to do so. But other than that, that will eat up this day. So let me know if you want to.
Did my inventory by the way, or
I didn't. I'll have to kind of make it.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll have to kind of make it and do some extra things with it, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. I'll put it in under equipment.
Actually,
Yeah.
wondering now if magic wall specifically has a special interaction where you can actually draw the wall.
To draw
Because
it
if-
and have it
because-
turn, I don't know if Foundry can do that. But you
that's why I'm
can.
wondering because this magic item does do that.
Yeah. It's a little difficult though. All right, so you let me know what you all want to do. If you want to do any light role playing, we can knock that out. Otherwise, effectively, all we'll be doing is just adding one more day to the tracker.
I don't think I have anything to do roleplay wise.
I mean, technically you could go to visit the village, right?
I could, but that's
That's
like a
half
whole day thing.
Yeah.
That's a little far away, so I would say that would probably take a little bit of time.
Well, I'm gonna be
So
tinkering
tomorrow.
for 2 days. So
Yeah, she'll be busy for 2 days. So, currently, boots enchanted. We can change the name of everything. It'll just be target 20-foot line, so it'll just make a 20-foot line. If you want to turn it, we can draw with the draw tool and just say it's turn.
It isn't achievement, by the way, right?
No, it just we'll say it's a byproduct of basically everything you've been doing.
Right. I mean, otherwise I'm gonna have to get rid of the spell slowing ring.
Correct. Yeah, I'm basically saying this is one more step in your relationship, if you will, with your boy and all your training and such. There we go. And then if you want to change the name, you're more than welcome. It just says Boots Enchanted, and of course, small e, hiss. But if you want to test that real quick and use it, because we're going to be long resting in just a moment, it should let you place a 20-foot wall. And if you wish to turn it, you're more than welcome.
I want to teach Grandpa Corn some more druid stuff.
Yay! All right, very cool.
It's very important.
All right, awesome.
Wait, is that 20 foot? That's 25.
I think it was dropped weird. Let me say. Oh, there's 2 of them. There.
Is it just because I
there.
put it down weird?
Yeah, it was put
I
down
think
weird.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta put it on like
doesn't snap
dead
to
on.
I thought it was snapping to grid, but it doesn't.
No, these never snap to grid, which is why waifu has so many issues aiming her everything with Casey.
Yes.
So that's why I simplified one. But yes, each of you go ahead and take a long rest, and then Bear Boy has to go back and do his hovel. Sorry,
No.
sorry, Lumian, I love you too. Also,
Bye, bear.
I'm so happy I put all the NPCs in this corner. It's so much easier than finding them on the map. That was a pain in my keister. All right, now you have that. Congratulations. And you guys subtracted the gold already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
225.
Correct, good sir. All right, so we have all of that. You guys have your blessed potion. You have your 2 actual potions. You guys have your proficiency boost. All right, perfect.
Add this thing to my hot bar as well.
Alrighty, and I'm gonna shimmy y'all upstairs real quick.
Oh god.
It is indeed the nighttime. Oh, please let me scroll.
Sleepy.
It's
I'll
also
kiss you.
good.
I'll kiss you. Let me scroll, please.
No scrolling.
Oh no, are there 2 Kiaras?
And 2 KCs.
Not anymore.
Wasn't me.
Monster.
How dare.
How dare.
Alright, perfect. Alrighty, 1 day passes. Let me add that to the tracker. Dear God. Oh, I'm gonna scream. Scroll up? No, scroll down.
We're gonna die.
Stop
We didn't
complaining.
negotiate for enough time.
Sorry. I can't not complain because you can see the Foundry's like it looks like I'm like losing my shit. Okay.
You have a job now. You can buy yourself a new mouse.
No, but we need to go to Best Buy or something to do that. It's more so the time and less the money.
You could just order one online, right?
Actually, Amazon's are pretty quick. Yeah. Oh, I actually have.
Amazon has been pretty quick.
I took a survey via Twitch. They're like, "Hey, does Twitch protect its content creators?" I'm like, "Want to be honest?
No.
No, it doesn't." Do I feel safe? Yes, because I'm a white dude. The second wife who's on screen, guess what? People say things because she's female and people are gross.
People are weird.
That literally, like, I streamed for how long, and the second you were on camera, everyone started getting gross. I'm like, why?
Stop
Blade
it.
insult, warn for anything. Instantly, they're like, nice dog. I'm like, what is wrong with you people?
What the
My
fuck?
wife. Yeah, people are stupid. I don't understand, folk. And then chat was like, shut up, asshole. That's waifu. You don't make fun of waifu. I'm like, yeah, I love you guys. Yeah, people suck. Anywho, I'm waiting for waifu to come back.
I don't know what first level spell to take.
Oh, you're switching everything up?
Yeah.
Alrighty, but yes, indeed. We all have a nice long rest. We got our stuff back. There are 6 days until the Herald shall return and politely ask for what this is.
Do we have any idea what it is yet?
Well, what is?
What he wants?
You assume
Like,
the energy from the channel. Most likely, it was going out to check where it originally was, and it effectively saw, yes, the ley lines have been shifted. Well, let me go check where they are now. And then he went there and went, cool. Oh, he checked. And maybe his little hoo-has determined it was here. You could tell he was heading straight for Chabi. Are you back, my love?
Yeah, I'm back. I just
more
realized.
so,
Yes.
it has been channeling into the water, but
Yes.
anything else? Like, is there like a magic tree here with like magical ley line fruit or something?
Not that you guys can tell. Considering Yara has actually been messing with her green thumb skills and actually planting and playing with all that, she definitely would have noticed. It's more so just the land is more abundant than it should be. Not overly worrying, but all the same, is more potent. What was the damage for?
Huh?
What was the damage for?
In there?
Yeah.
I spilled water.
Oh, you're also out of water.
Well, I went to refill it and then I spilled some.
Oh no. Well, we're gonna die now.
We're fine.
Yeah, I can't believe you've done this. You've damned us all.
Fine.
We're completely out of water forever. Okay.
Worst case scenario, you can always drink
How
the
dare.
dirty sink water.
It's less dirty and more so just calcium, chlorine.
It's livable.
It is livable.
Kind of.
All right. I'll now ask each of you to go ahead and descend the stairs down to floor 1, where you hear it's relatively early, and you hear the usual conversation. You actually hear Dora's playing some early music,
There better
kinda
not be
just-
someone there waiting for us.
kind of just hanging out, and you hear a relatively loud voice coming from across the room. You can sort of place it, but it does indeed take you a moment. Wait for Kiara,
Yep, I go back upstairs.
specifically.
So we're downstairs now?
Yes, you guys are heading downstairs. It is the morning of the next day.
I'll push Kiara back into her room. Nope, you do not want to go down there.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay. Valen, what do you do?
I don't see anything
What?
special.
What? Why not?
He's here.
Wait, what?
My ears go backwards. Him?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, there
We're not ready for him yet.
Valen, you can see
Knocks the door. Can
yeah.
she help us?
as you head down the stairs, you actually see him discussing something with Jolly.
All right, Kiara, back in the room.
I'll go back in the room.
All right, and you all just kind of chill upstairs. What are y'all doing?
Shoving Kiara back in the room.
Okay.
Barricading the door now.
Am I done making my thing yet? Or is this still day number 2?
You need one more day. So today would be the day you spend finishing it.
I only wanted some food.
We can have Jolly bring some up.
Yeah, what happens if he attacks Jolly?
Yeah, I don't think he will. I don't think he's here for fighting.
I think if he was, everyone down there would probably be dead already.
Probably.
I mean, he was in our village for days before he finally attacked us. all right, but they should be fine.
We drew this already downstairs. I'm sure he noticed.
No, we still need to hide.
The one thing we do need to hide is Karth.
Oh shit.
You
Karth-
have him on you.
Karth is on my bed. Karth.
You kept him on your bed?
I usually keep him on the table, but since I'm working on the table, he's on the bed.
You shouldn't sleep with random scrolls, you know.
I'm not. It's temporary
That's weird.
storage.
All right. His ghostly image floats on
I
over.
didn't want him to roll under the bed.
Fair enough. His
He
ghostly
can
image
roll out on his own.
floats on over to you. Kiara says, "Yes, good morning."
Are you keeping your thingies hidden?
An interesting way to phrase that, but yes, I'm attempting to conceal my presence. Why?
Because he's downstairs.
Oh, a little friend.
He's not a friend.
That was sarcasm, Kiara.
Please don't joke like that. It's not funny.
Apologies. And what are we doing about this?
Hiding.
That you just want to hide up here?
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
not in the mood to die again.
That is fair enough.
Did Suharto have any news about those lightning resistance potions?
I do believe he said it would take a day or so. He was going to try to speed them over here. But
Oh, I was talking to the other two.
well, I was there listening, fortunately, so I can answer as well.
Oh, cool.
I also have insider information. I can't tell you where I get it from, but, well, we'll say a little birdie told me.
We're listening.
Oh, no, I'm just saying God told me that the potions are on the way.
Oh. Oh, gotcha.
Yes. Not your God, my God. Which, I mean, he's technically all our gods, isn't he?
Technically.
Yes.
Oh my god.
He's the god of
No.
my god.
No.
He's the god of our gods.
I'm actually talking about Shikairu Call, which yes.
And I'm talking about the DM.
Oh. Who's this amazing DM you tell me about?
His name is Yeti. He's really cool.
Weird. Alright, yes, but all the same, what are we doing? If he hasn't done anything, why hide?
I'm sure he's here for a reason, so.
Yeah, he doesn't need to see us. Or me. I don't need to see him. I don't know.
Karth nods and looks at the rest of you guys and says, she does not seem to be in sound mind. I would agree with that.
Yeah, youth trauma does that to you. It looks like Val and I are gonna have to play. What's the word I'm looking for?
Nice.
No. Embassy.
Telephone? Oh, emissary?
Ambassador.
Ambassador.
Emissary. Guy that speaks for another guy.
Close
Basically.
enough.
Effectively, yeah.
Or in this case, dwarf that speaks for demon, fox, girl.
Shall I stay up here, hidden away?
Absolutely.
Alright then. I'll keep a close eye on Kiara.
I bring Cobb with me.
Happily.
Furiously knock on the door.
Happily
back
comes with. He cracks the door and says, "No, I'm busy. Many dark things I'm training."
Whose door did you knock on?
Gosh,
Been months.
he closed the door. Don't worry about it.
Who even are you? I've never met
I'm
you.
almost done with my training arc. He just kind of he just looks at Val and just points and slowly closes the door.
You hear like weird spider noises coming from behind the door.
Yeah, there's no lights on. It's completely pitch black.
Chittering noises.
Yeah, and the second he closes the door, the sound stops. Cobb seems very excited to go downstairs. Is he in his glass container, Valen, or is he free to float?
He's free right now.
All right, free reign Cobb is floating around, getting closer and closer to the stairs as he kind of starts hovering down them.
Goodbye, Cobb.
Cobb goes downstairs. Cobb goes to float and sit where we normally sit.
Wait,
All right, Droon is only staying in a different room. He technically wasn't there, but as Cobb comes down, Droon is now indeed there, except he's sitting away from Cobb. As the two of you descend the steps, you can feel that he's been waiting for you guys to come back down. As he kind of glances back over, and if anything, his voice gets a little louder as he laughs at something Jolly says, and Jolly begins collecting some plates and such. You can tell he's taking his time nursing the food. It's not necessarily too busy here. There are indeed plenty of customers, but it's not entirely full, so he's not taking up a seat or anything. As Jolly sees you guys, he gives you all a wave.
I can't see Droon anymore.
Truly.
Droon's dead.
There he is. Oh, wait, what?
I think I won, Droon. We're
What
good.
did I?
Did you just like hyperdrive into space? Oh, okay. I'm like, where did you go?
Dead.
All right, what do the two of you do?
Also don't see Valen. What?
Wait. Alright, I'm going back up.
There you
Hello?
are.
Excellent.
That's weird.
Very much so. As a reminder, all right, there are some settings. Are you in Chrome or Firefox?
Firefox.
Okay, there are some settings that can assist in loading assets from what I've gathered in Foundry. I don't know if you've like looked that up before, but there's some weird shit that can help with the web version of it.
I mean, if you have a link,
I'll have to find it.
I'll
to
look
dig
it
it up.
after.
Yeah, it's really basic shit. Okay, so Valen and Eric, what do you choose?
I guess I'll go sit with Drew while staring at Carl.
Yeah, Droon knows he's here and he's not. He kind of looks back and just goes, "Our acquaintance is well arrived. I don't know why he's here.
Neither do we.
Bob's just floating left and right, having a good time."
Cub, sit down.
He sits.
I guess we'll find out what he wants soon enough.
He's smoking as he leans back into the chair, just kind of glancing at the two of you. His hood is like just kind of half up right now. As he's staring at the two of you, he looks up at the stage. He's looking at various customers, eyeballing Jollies, you guys. He greets you. And a good morning. Are we all feeling better today?
Well, I was until I came downstairs, honestly.
Oh, sorry. Did something happen?
No, nothing to do with you, honestly. Your business is still great.
Oh, thank you.
It's just our newest guest is not exactly a face I'm happy to see.
He looks around the room and he knows his customers well, and he glances over to Cal in a very casual way and looks back to you all. You, oh, the gentleman in. Oh, do you know him?
Sadly.
Oh, he's quite pleasant, actually.
Has Droon informed you about our recent soiree from a few days ago?
They both kind of awkwardly look at each other and then look away real quick and says, "We were planning on discussing it."
Ah, well, I'm sure he will update you then.
Droon just kind of gathers himself again and looks at Jolly and says, I need a moment, a day. And Jolly goes, of course, of course. And then he takes your guys' orders, as per usual, and then kind of heads off. And Droon leans forward, looking to Urt and Valen, says, you have any idea why he's here? Also, where's, and he does a thing with his hands behind his back like tails. She's still up there?
She didn't feel like coming down for some reason.
Understandable.
So she's keeping the scroll company, just in case.
Sounds safe.
I hope so.
And as he says that, Jolly's in the back cooking. You guys see Cal actually stand up and start walking over to your table. Sort of stops, puts his hand on the back of the seat and says, well, fancy meeting you all here. Mind if I have a seat?
It's all yours. It's a
And-
free country.
Bob scoots over and he sits on down, looks over to Drew and gives him a shit-eating grin. Hey there, buddy. Looks to the two of you. Where's your foxy friend? What was his name? Kirara?
Yes, let's go with that.
She not feeling well? She got a stomachache or something?
Nah, something bad she ate.
Ooh, unfortunate. Well, I
Yes.
had something I I want to discuss with your group, but I guess you could relay it on over to her. This is a really nice town you got here, by the way. Y'all live here?
For now, we helped build it.
It's nice. Oh, you built it up from what nothing? Little shithole in the ground?
Yeah, something like that.
Whew. Well, I must applaud you. You've done a wonderful job.
Why, thank you.
He nods at that. And he's kind of just looking over each of you, and he advances back to the room, kind of gives another nod as Jolly swings by and delivers the food to all of you. Cal takes a deep breath and goes, "Whoo, boy, that smells really good. Jolly, you are an absolutely wonderful chef, I must say." And he goes, thank you. You are truly too kind. He says, boy, I do believe I'll have to come here more frequently, yeah? And he says, your money is good here, good sir. And he kind of sort of smiles and walks on off. And he just kind of sits back, smoking his pipe, watching you all eat.
Well, do tell. I'm sure you came here for a reason.
Well, I did. I wanted to say hello to my friends, specifically the little eared one. I racked my memory for a day or so in, well, I think I actually might remember her.
I'm sure she'll be glad to hear that.
Yeah. It's always good to meet up with an old friend after what, 100 years, she said. Got a good memory on her. Can't say I remember everyone I've met.
Events like that tend to last, you know.
He nods. One would think. And leaving such a lasting impression on an individual, well, I can't just walk away. Even though I sort of did, I did remember something. If you wouldn't mind getting there. I understand the stomach ache and all. I can wait, of course. I've got nothing to do, nowhere to go.
Is there any particular reason for this?
I prefer to talk to people face to face.
I'll look over to Valen.
If there's something else, somewhere else you'd like to
Can't
speak,
talk right now, but
this is quite true. Cobb is just staring at Cal, and he looks back to the floating corn. He goes, "What aren't you just an interesting-looking creature?" Drun is staying quietly, slowly eating his food. He's very much watching Cal, though. I mean, I can come back if y'all are busy. Like I said, I've nowhere in particular to be. This does seem like a really nice town, though. I wouldn't mind staying here for a spell, too.
Well, I wouldn't stay here for too long.
Oh, was that?
Impending doom, as we've said before.
Ooh,
But it's none of
impending
your
doom.
business.
Oh. Impending doom, do you want to share a little on me? Oh, come on, Erit. Maybe you can let it slip just a wee bit.
I mean, the real question is, what would we get from it? From giving you this information?
Ooh. It's something spicy then. Something I'm not allowed to know. Well, knowledge is power and all that.
Whether you're allowed to know it or not, you'll find out soon enough, honestly.
Now you've got my curiosity. Well, you don't want to tell me that's perfectly fine. I guess I just will find out then, won't I? He's sort of smiles, just keeps he's just kind of kicking his foot and just leaning back and just watching y'all.
Nice.
Also, despite you,
I will go up and ask Kiara if she can handle facing him, but
during this time, Kiara, despite you trying to hide in the room, he is being obnoxiously loud in the way he is speaking, so it's very difficult to not hear his voice. He's also like right next to the ladder stairs.
The walls are
Ladder
not
stairs.
thin?
They're not necessarily thin. It's just his voice is traveling up the stairs that are directly to the right.
you have very big ears.
Also
That's
that.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's one of those things where like you're not watching the clock, so it goes. So you are watching the clock, it goes slow. You don't want to hear something, so it's all you can hear. You don't want to think about something, so it just keeps jumping into your brain.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, it's one of
You
those.
don't want to hear your parents fighting in the next room, so you do.
Oh,
Wow, that went dark.
feels bad.
Oh.
All right. I'm gonna need a couple minutes to pace back and forth and calm down, and then I'll be done.
Sure. Erd heads up to Did you excuse yourself to get her, or are you just excusing yourself for a moment?
I'll be staring at him for like 5 seconds before I just walk away.
Okay, he gives you a smirk as you walk off, and he looks over to Drew and says, "How you doing there, buddy?" He turns and just sort of gives him a nod. "Doing quite well, and yourself?" "Never felt better, actually." He goes, "Oh, that's good to hear." All right, after some time passes, Kiara, you make your way downstairs, and as you do indeed see him just smoking away at his pipe, sitting with your friends, and staring directly at you as you would descend the steps.
Let me bring myself downstairs.
You what?
Let me bring myself downstairs.
Okay.
It only brought Casey.
You're here.
No, you're
Right,
also
you're
here.
here.
Can you not see yourself?
Yeah, go back.
You're bored.
It's
I
fine.
cannot. I can't see myself.
Fine. There you go.
I'm
That is
back.
good.
Suddenly see more. There you go.
Oh my god, maybe Kiara is the spell splitting monster.
Oh no.
Potentially. Or Casey's the real hero all along. Kiara's just a tag along.
Exactly.
That's why Casey almost never disappears. Seeing the awkward seating arrangement, Drune actually scoots over and gives you a spot next to him, almost rudely bumping into Cal in a way.
Baby Casey will pop into June's lap.
Cob's on the table.
In whose lap?
In his lap, protectively.
Drune's lap?
Yeah.
Okay. He pets Casey because he gives a smile and sort of pats you in the back and says, "Good morning, Kiara.
Good morning.
Glad to see you're doing so well."
Quick, feed him one of the beans.
Is this June talking?
Feed him
Yeah,
one of the
it's Drune.
beans.
Actually, what happens if you eat one of the beans?
It
You
happens
die.
in your stomach. Now, I will say,
Bad idea.
I try to feed him one of the beans.
Yeah. so I will say, because that's so weird, it's a
Tree
very
ant grows inside him,
yeah
Nice.
because that can be abused in such a weird way. I'm not sure how I would rule it, but if you guys actually want to do something like that, let me know. Just because that's technically an insta kill for anybody, potentially an instant kill because a pyramid could grow inside them.
Nice.
Yeah, I was about to say a 60-foot pyramid. We'd have to discuss exactly what that is.
Pyramid, one of the options.
There's some weird shit can happen with the bean. Yeah, the thing is, I think
I
it says
mean,
when it's planted
we're also in the middle of the town, so it wouldn't exactly be smart.
Yes, and I believe it says when planted in soil. I could be wrong.
I mean, we could make him eat some dirt, I guess.
It'll just blow up.
Yes, plant it in dirt or sand, then water it. So I would say yes, buy as written because it's sort of a, I don't want to say low tier item, but because it's supposed to be more of a weird item. You can't plant it in someone unless they have enough dirt inside them in order to be considered a plant. What is this? An animate or inanimate stone statue in your likeness rises.
Ah, yeah,
It
I
makes
like that.
verbal. Oh, I love this one. It makes verbal threats against you. If you leave and others come near, it describes you as the most heinous of villains and directs newcomers to find and attack you. If you are on the same
Wow.
plane of existence as the statue, it knows where you are. The statue becomes inanimate after 24 hours. So basically, you just summon a shit talking statue. That is, I love that so much. Also,
That's
I am
rude.
I am very sad it only lasts for one day. That should last for like a week minimum. That is so funny.
I mean, that's a week worth of enemies going to be sent your way.
I mean,
Yeah,
depends where you
that's
dump
horrible.
it, but that's so
Yeah.
funny though.
Jump in
I
the
love it.
middle of a forest and like a bunch of critters come attack you.
Oh, so great. Alrighty, Cal sort of leans around Drune, and Drune's almost kind of like purposely getting away. And he goes there. Good morning, Kiara.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good, good. Well, fortunate for you, taps his head. I'll remember you. Took me a spell, though.
Oh yeah?
Indeed.
What exactly did you remember?
We ran into each other, what, 100 years ago?
120.
Yeah, 120 or so. Some altercation with a large-scale beast, correct?
Yeah, I suppose that's one way to describe it.
Well, he looks around a little bit, and he leans forward past Drune to looking at all of you. I'm glad you've come down here to see me eye to eye. No reason to hide up there. You scared?
I'm busy, actually.
Oh, busy with what precisely?
What else do artificers do? I'm tinkering.
Ooh, so mysterious of you. I'll go ahead and just cut right to the chase.
Please do.
He nods. There's a little game I like to play with people that's, say, cross my path. And someone such as yourself, holding revenge out for someone for 120 years? That is something to behold. I can't just flip you off like that.
Just go flat against my better judgment.
You hear Droon growling, and he kind of looks up and gives him a wink. And he leans back a little. He's keeping his voice low, so no one around can really hear it. The chatter of the tavern is drowning him out a bit. Well, I figured, what kind of boring story would that be? You seek revenge, you die like a dog in the desert, no one knows your name. That's not fun. I didn't feel like your heart was in it.
Oh, my heart was in it. My brain just wasn't.
He laughs at that. And sort of leaning back as he's flashing a smile at you, he looks to all y'all. Says, well, as I was telling you two friends here, Mr. Valen and Ulrich, this is a nice town. Wouldn't mind staying around for a little while. Shoot, build up any more. I don't mind staying here for an extended duration. He sort of just looking at you with a slight smile on his lips, Yara.
You'll be our first gravestone.
Ooh.
I smile at him.
You gonna install a side just for me?
You bet.
Ooh,
It'll
what
be an honor.
Oh, what will my gravestone say, little Hiruru?
Murderer.
Oh, that's boring. I think it's a lot more fun than that.
Nope. That's all you're worth.
He nods at that and sort of smiles back a bit. Says, well, I'm to be entirely honest, our last altercation was really taking all y'all too seriously. Wasn't entirely sure who you even were. Testing something different, if you might say. But he taps his chest and you can hear metal somewhere under his armor. I do believe you know our kind, Yara. Always tinkering, looking around, trying to find the next best thing around the corner.
Just know my name. I don't say anything. Keep talking.
He nods at that. And says, well, I was thinking I could test something new on y'all. You could say my heart wasn't in our last little meeting either.
And what would that be?
He leans forward and his eyes grow serious. I think you know. As he leans back, he taps his wrist, and it's his right wrist, the same one he wears the automaton on.
Okay. Every tinkerer is different.
Indeed, as you're talking, he's sort of looking around, checking out the area. I'll put it this way. I'll be here as long as you need me. I'm not heading anywhere, but I do tend to get bored if I stick around in one area for too long, so when you're ready, you let me know. You can decide, well, we can decide the place. It won't matter too much. Just outside town is perfectly fine with me. I understand wanting to keep these fine or wonderful people safe. The owner of this fine establishment, he's a nice man. And as he says that, Droon's growl grows much deeper, and you see his claws drawn. He goes, hoo-hoo-hoo. All right, touched a nerve there, I see. Sorry. All the same, though. What do you say? Miss Rikara.
Suits me.
He nods. Well, all right, then. He looks around a bit at Jolly and Droon, and Droon's snarl has died down a bit. And he looks back to you. He goes, What are you, like a cat or something?
Are you blind?
No, I can see. Just can't tell what the hell you are.
Nearly everyone in this place is a cat, you idiot.
Ooh. Well, they look more feline than you do. You just got the ears and the little tail thing. Kind of
I'm
cute.
a fox.
Oh. So little
You
puppy
were
then.
in our Kitsune village. I thought you said you remembered me.
I choose to remember certain things.
Whatever.
He kind of leans back as he's kicking his foot, and he's looking up to his right and just sort of thinking back. Well, remember a village of puppies? Not entirely sure. Oh well. Matters not. And at that, he sort of scoots back and stands and gives you all another look. Well, I'll be here if y'all need me. As he sort of saunters on over, get a bit closer to the stage. Like I mentioned, Dora's playing some early chill-ass music. Something maybe a little experimental. And he just kind of heads on over to listen. Mostly out of earshot of all y'all. And Drew turns back to you, Kiara, and says, "You handled that nicely. I was expecting more fire."
Well, I
We can't do that anymore. You're not fireproof anymore.
really don't.
That's true. That would kill me now, wouldn't it?
And I really don't want to get into a fight right now.
Fair enough. Oh, hello, Casey.
Casey knows it's him.
I totally forgot Casey was there.
Well, I mean, I can see Casey, but I get you can't.
No,
You can.
I have to put Casey up first. It layers the tokens weird.
If you're
Basically,
the owner of the token, your token always gets precedence.
yeah, because I
Yeah.
own everything. It's the last token I touch is on top. So since you put Casey under him, it puts him under on top. Since you moved it on me,
Gotcha.
which technically makes sense.
Well, if we make him wait 6 days, we can make him fight the ambassador, whatever it's called.
Yeah, but if he fails, we went after him in the first place because we need his key part in order to ask, what's his face, about what he knows about the Great Destroyer.
True. Though honestly, I don't think the ambassador is that as strong as him.
Say that again?
I don't think the ambassador is as strong as him.
I suppose it's possible.
It was difficult to remembering back to that scene. It's difficult to get a sense exactly how strong this individual was. Wise, definitely. Its actual strength, you're unsure. It definitely has some strength, but unless it was, hiding its power level, if you will.
I mean, it is ambassador. It doesn't technically need to do anything.
There's definitely something to it.
More likely, just gotta teleport away and tell us, or tell the Great Destroyer to eat the village or something.
Pretty much.
Munch.
Delicious.
Cobb looks to you,
Plus, I
Valen.
will also eat cow in that case, but
Cobb's kind of poking Valen right now.
What?
Was that guy a dick? He seemed
Yes.
like a dick.
He's a dick.
You are a very smart cob.
The smartest cub.
As he turns to you, Kiara, he doesn't have a mouth. It's just sort of an opening where his eyes are, but like the opening smiles. And
So
it-
cute.
Cobb looks very proud of itself. It's floating there, kind of like bobbing, like, "Yeah, I did a thing."
We gotta be careful to teach him right from wrong.
Drin looks to you, Kiara, and says, "What do you propose? What is the plan?"
Well, we can't do anything until we have those lightning resist potions. And then
assuming
that
he can't change whatever the hell his power is, of course. He is an outsider.
I'm sorry, you're really quiet now.
Did I move it in the wrong direction?
Oh yeah, there we go. Way
Yeah,
louder,
You did.
much better.
I hate this so much.
I'm sorry.
Just always be screaming.
Just eat it again.
I don't want my neighbors to think I'm weird.
I'm sure I've made you say something weird in one of these games. Too late.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I'm usually quiet enough that nobody hears me, so.
Fair enough.
So what'd you say again?
Good question.
He can probably
What
change
did
his
I say?
element or something like that.
Yes.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think I said something like that.
Yeah, you said
He
since
is
he's
an
an
artificer,
artificer,
so-
couldn't he just change it to something else that's
I
not lightning?
was also wondering that. And then we're gonna need to come up with a plan to handle his centipede, because that thing was a little vicious.
I mean, I'm sure the Haka could solo that win thing.
Oh, speaking of, I have to ask it how long it takes to heal.
A long ass time.
Yeah, I need that to be faster, so... Note
Feed
to
him some of
self.
your soul.
Well,
I think
Probably
you
not
need
a
to
good
feed
idea.
him blood to make him actually heal faster or
I say,
something. I
are-
think
are
Hector
you-
said that.
Are you actively asking him right now, or are you asking later?
no, he'd be upstairs. I'll ask
Okay.
him later.
For now, roll me 2d8s.
We could feed him some Kustrik.
Well, I'm gonna say, if he wants my blood to heal a little faster, I'll do it. I don't know about the soul part, but I'll
Okay.
give him more blood. But Kuthik sounds good. Was it Satish who was looking for them?
I think she was
the-
looking out for them, yeah?
Didn't she already
Yeah, so-
find him?
She
I think
did.
she did,
There
actually,
are
yeah.
so I will say, okay, there are multiple general hives. There isn't necessarily a bounty out on them, but there is a bounty out on. I think you guys ran into them. The swimming, if you will, sand swimmers.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think we like,
The bullets?
passed by them.
Yes, yeah, you didn't know that's what they were, but yes.
No, I'm pretty sure you mentioned them by name at some point, so...
Oh, yes, okay. I mentioned them by name in a book. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys haven't seen them in person just yet, but yes, you guys did learn in one of the prior temples that bullets usually are quite large, but if they grow into a small congregation that stay close together, which is something that very rarely happens, but rather than kind of hunting in a spread pack, they hunt in a closer pack, they tend to not grow as large, but still they're much more dangerous because, well, one attacking you can dodge, a horde of them attacking you is a little bit harder.
Yes.
Think of it as a mutation, I guess.
It's a good thing Urid is very good at reading maps.
Yes. So you guys know that was an issue, and you've gotten various bits of information on them. You can always ask the mercenary folk if they have any more information, of course. But you have a decent amount on them so far. As I mentioned,
That queen was kind of chunky. I don't really want to put him. I don't want to risk him dying yet. I'd rather him
Kustrik-
die
no,
against
no, no.
Cal.
That was at level 3.
Yeah,
was
that was
it?
a while ago.
Oh,
I'm
that's
pretty
true.
sure we could single solo them at this point.
oh, you mean the Kruthrik?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys fought that thing a long ass time ago. That was a long time ago.
Wow, time sure flies.
I'm sure
I'm pretty
flies.
sure Drak, when I soloed him, had more health.
Potentially. I forgot their exact HP values, but yes.
The only issue with the Kustrik was that it had like
Lots.
spawning 60 billion adds ability.
It was pouring out babies, basically. That was the bigger issue. So realistically, Kiara, you don't need to do 2 sequential days, but you do need to spend 2 full days to get that fireball. Otherwise, Valen and Urit, your items are complete. Temporarily, Valen, we can do one of 2 things. Actually, we could just we'll do one of 2 things. Mentally, we'll just say +1 to all of your creature boys. Or I guess while we're talking, I can just do that right now. Oh, I don't know if it updates it in your summon list. Yeah, we'll just say they have +1 to hit in general.
I'm sure there's an item that gives like
I can
plus
clear my
1.
summon list.
That's annoying, but don't do that because you have to
I
clear
mean,
it.
it's
Then
just a drag and drop.
it's fine. Just for now, just leave it alone because I have to. It's annoying for both me and you. I'd have to edit every single one of their attacks, all of them, and give them +1, and then drag them back in. So we can mentally add +1. Not a big deal.
Am I able to edit them?
You might be able to. I think you have control of them.
I think there was an add-on that allowed
Yeah, I
you to
can.
roll from 5e directly
Um,
into Foundry.
yeah, we can just kind of leave it at that for now, and then we'll discuss this, and then when you use animals, then we'll do that, and I'll tinker it when I got time. All right, so what is the plan?
I mean, I kind of want to finish my fireball.
Fair enough.
Can I like help with that, even though I'm not very good at it? Like I have Karat, he could help a little bit,
It will be done today.
just to make it a little faster.
Yeah, if
Versus half a day versus the full day.
let's say if you want that to happen, Kiara, with the assistance of Parad, yeah, we'll say Valen, the cost of this will be half the day. So you're going to stay with Kiara for half the day to do this if you want. And the
That's fine.
reward will be, Kiara, you roll with advantage instead, and then you need to get a 15. With advantage, of course. And if you want to do that, we'll say half the day down, so it's like 1, 2, and then you'll have the half day to yourselves, basically. You want to go for that?
Sure.
Go ahead and roll your Tinkerers with advantage.
That's
I don't
fine.
think I need
Spicy.
it.
You just rolled a flat. Okay, never mind. Your plus is like what? Plus 6? Plus 7?
I think
Should
she
have
did it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Holy shit, you only got 30 on that roll. Damn, girl, nice. Alrighty, hell yeah. Okay. So with the assistance of Parad, Kiara, and Valen, are you pulling the whole? Kiara's digging the hole and you're just watching? Is it one of those
pretty
situations?
much.
Okay. Karad and Valen have their arms crossed, just like, yeah, all right, yeah, keep doing that, keep going. And you're working away. It's since you knocked that shit out of the park, we'll say it's 12. Maybe the oomph of seeing Cal and him just being a complete shit pushed you to work faster but more accurately, and with the assistance of Valen and Karad, you actually finished this much earlier than you were expecting, and you have the full half day ahead of you. Kiara, you can now cast Fireball once per long rest. It is attached to your super stick. It should just be on your spellbook at the bottom. Yes, it is. It's on the +1 all-purpose tool. Realistically, that will just kind of do its thing. Yay.
I see it. Yay.
Nice. Also, the scroll is 1-for-1 charge, and it will blow itself up with technically a potion, but it will explode when it's used, so keep that in mind. Be careful
Okay.
when you use it, as in, like, make sure you click yourself.
Yeah.
All right, other than that, finishing early, Kiara, what does your all-purpose tool plus fireball look like?
Is it like
Well-
a staff that just has like a little red gem at the end?
Actually, I was gonna say it was streaked in like red and orange, kind of like fire.
Oh, it's a screwdriver with a tactical scope on it.
Oh no.
Because I made it out of the wyvern bone, right?
It was the wyvern bone and also some of the pieces that you... Yeah, so it was made of the wyvern bone, and then some of the
Yeah,
pieces
so it
you...
would have been like a dull white, I guess. Now it's reddish, orangey colored.
Very cool, I like that. All right, well, congrats on your boost. Alrighty,
Thanks.
so the rest of the day, what shall we do?
Oh God, I have no idea.
Well, the two of them are busy.
Buzzy.
Fuzzy beanies.
Buzzy bees. Busy like buzzy bees.
Woo woo.
Exactly.
Stop.
Never.
Buzzy bee busy.
Yeah, you're super quiet now. I can hear you though. You're just really quiet.
Stop it.
There you go.
We would if we could.
Just open your ears further, I guess.
And all
I'll
right,
try.
I would boost you if I could. Don't worry. I have you at 200%.
Same.
Oh god, I really need a different mic.
I mean, I mentioned this before. Technically, you could try. Whatever. I'll mention it later. But there's.
I mean, I could try talking louder, I guess.
Yeah. Yes, but realistically, as long as we just keep reminding you to like tinker with it, because your volume literally ranges from like 5% to 200%. It goes from like I can't hear you at all to holy shit, you're really loud. So your normal talking volume is fine. It's just the position of the mic.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's so.
Hers is the same way. If she gets too loud, like I can pick up in her mic. If I get too loud, which is why I kind of keep my voice around here. I'm leaning so close to my mic. And then hers is the same way. If she gets too loud, it cuts her out completely. And if she barely moves, I can't hear her at all.
Yeah,
Nice.
I honestly think
Yeah.
a standing mic would be better, just because it doesn't move. And it's
Yes.
not in the way.
Yeah.
Anyway, issue for some other time. Like, Earth would probably want to update, well, someone about the fact that we have a ticking time bomb in our timeline. in our countdown.
Yes. Agreed.
Okay. Who will you be telling?
Probably Tranquil Needle.
Okay, that makes the most logical sense. Are you meeting with him in his I guess a question: do you want to roleplay this, or you're just telling him, "Hey, there's a dude in our town"?
I'm just telling him.
Okay. So he is now aware. He will tell the people that matter, but you're being very
Yes.
diplomatic about this and saying, like, don't kick him out, don't be mean to him, just pretend like he's a regular dude. Don't let him know that you know. Just
Yes.
he's a guy. And
If
then
anything, let
yeah.
the other tribes know that the guy is in our town.
Oh,
And then we get raided.
It's
Yeah,
not
that-
our fault.
that's risky.
with
They learned he's attacking you.
within reason, he will try to reach out to various folk and let them know, like, we have his current position. Do not act, and he will only tell people that he trusts. Which, considering Chabi is sort of a newer town, it's not difficult to get word out, but he doesn't have as many connections as he'd like, so he's busily working on making connections. And fortunately for you guys, you all did talk to the Oscar clan, and you do have a trade route opening with them, so he can immediately tell them.
Sweet.
So good job
Can
on
we
that one.
get the other hero that was in the other town to come over and kill him for us? Can we pay him?
That could effectively work, but you wouldn't need to pay him. He just does good things because it's good things.
Yeah. I mean, the question is he actually a hero? Is he like a level 5 scrub that just says he's a hero?
Wait, are we talking about Yashiro?
I think so, yeah.
Yes. So I will say, Urit doesn't know. Technically, you guys don't know. Melanie knows. He's incredibly powerful. He is a quote unquote, and he thinks it's corny, but his family called him the chosen one, and he's like, "There's no chosen."
Chosen one!
Yeah, exactly. I'm coming, chosen one. I'm coming. What the hell's that kung fu movie called? Holy shit.
Oh,
Out of context, that sounded really bad. I'm quoting a movie. She keeps saying I'm chosen one. He's like running in the distance and slowly getting closer. And she keeps saying chosen one. He's like, shut up, I'm running.
Kung Pao?
And he keeps Kung Pao. There you go. He keeps like running closer and closer. Like, it's really funny.
Kung Pao enter the fist, yeah.
Yeah, Kung Pao into the face. There you go.
I love Kung Pao so
You will
much.
call me Betty.
I'm not sure I've seen that one.
Betty. Meh. Yeah, okay. We can watch it, babe. It's really stupid.
We need to
It's-
watch it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a half. I think
Was it
some of it
also
is
the
an
one
actual...
with we purposely trained him wrong?
Yes, yeah. How do you like my face to your fist style? Yes, that would be. I think half of it's an actual kung fu movie. And they just dubbed over it shittily, and then they
Yeah.
reshot some of it because it's there's no way they would have cut that in the movie.
I'm
It's
pretty,
like,
I'm pretty
the whole
sure
movie is
that's
backwards,
the
I
entire
think.
concept.
Yeah. It's pretty great. Anywho's, back to the derailed me. But yes, Melanie knows that he is indeed quite strong. When she ran into him back in Orzamir and in other places, he did have an army following him around. He is just a dude going out doing good things, and Shunhill just celebrates him. So yes, he's actually strong, but you guys don't know that. So for all you know, he is a quote unquote like general. He's just strong, and he's equivalent to like level 5, which
Oh, he
But-
should be even stronger
right.
now.
You guys think that.
He's level 22.
Right. So you guys have no idea how strong he actually is, but he and his army are quite potent, we'll say. They've been going around for the last 20 years, helping the world, doing things, and he's on leave real quick, just kind of back to celebrate, let everyone know, hey, things have been going great, blah, blah, blah. So he's basically the country's hero.
If we could get an audience with him, maybe. But IDK, how we get an audience?
Yeah. He's relatively chill. The thing is, once again, your characters don't know
Would he
this,
be
but
one of the people that got like informed about the fact that the Great Destroyer may or may not show up, or since we basically
So-
told the town?
potentially, I will say your characters would know a little bit about this. Here, all of you roll me history real quick.
History.
Because the thing is, there is some you guys would know just from knowing.
Apparently, Erdlo's not.
Wonderful. All right. In general, let's say one of your characters, what Druin would ask, or Druin would not know anything, obviously. It's like Kiara would ask, Valen would ask, or it maybe read this in a book somewhere. You would effectively say, yes. From what I've gathered, he is a celebrated hero of Shunhill. You don't know his personal take on things, but Kiara, if you guys recall, you kind of got drunk with him, and he told you guys, yeah, everyone calls me the Chosen One, which I don't like, but I can't seem to fail, apparently. Everything I do just comes up roses for some weird reason. So I'm going to go with it, and people keep celebrating me. I'm just going to keep doing good and doing what I can. And you guys were like, cool, let's just kind of keep hanging out and doing awesome shit. From what you have gathered, he is very open to helping. That's like what he does. So if there were to be a hint, or if there were to be, like, people were to see these things, the creatures roaming the desert and such, he wouldn't need much of... he's not like some pompous prince where he'd be like, oh no, I wouldn't have to do something like that. No, he's a pretty chill dude, and if you guys had enough proof, You might not be able to get an audience with him, but through certain channels, through his history, or you know that he almost jumps too quickly to help with people. Maybe things that are below his rank, if you were. But yes, that is something that you know.
Yes,
Too-
and I
too
read all
eager
of
to
this
help.
in his memoirs.
And this is
I
more so
read his
people writing about him
autobiography.
like against his will. So
Yes. Apparently, he's being held hostage by his own family.
Oh no.
I
Through
thought he was on
social-
vacation.
he's currently on vacation. Yes, he's basically.
Oh yes,
No,
He's
I
being-
said that. I said that to Rit.
Oh,
he's
okay.
being held hostage through social encounter. The worst of all
Oh.
prisons.
Yes,
Disgusting.
unfortunately.
I sure hope my own family doesn't show up in the desert in like a week or two.
Oh, what are the chances of that?
That'd be terribly
Well,
awkward.
I did just happen to send a letter to them.
What did you say in this letter?
The
Don't
biggest
come to the
thing is
desert.
that- No, I
I'm
mean
kidding.
the one thing I mentioned in the letter was like moving art in stone, which someone really likes.
Is that enough to draw them, you think?
The one I linked in chat, yes, because
Oh.
she's all about sculpting and art and criticizing and that kind of stuff.
Oh. Oh, I'm kind of excited to meet them.
Oh, you'll meet them, assuming Yeti has that planned.
You let me know when you think about what time you want them to pop in, and I'll add them to MPs. I already have their tokens and everything saved,
I
but
think I sent the letter right after we met the ambassador, right?
I think so.
And Ornella is, well, she is rich enough herself that she can probably buy a teleport. So let's say a
That makes
few
sense.
days after the ambassador shows up.
So then,
Maybe
whenever
so.
she can get time off, I guess. Assuming she's
Effectively.
busy.
Oh, Ornella? No. She's filthy rich.
Is she one of those lazy rich though, like always
No.
doing something like a hobby, or business
She is one of
rich?
those filthy rich that inspires other people.
Mm,
She is
okay.
the definition of a philanthropist, basically.
Okay.
She's definitely going to be criticizing my statues in a good way. She will also be criticizing Jolly's paintings in a good way.
Oh my.
Excellent. I mean, you know he's totally up for it.
Totally.
Alrighty, so what is the plan?
Quickly build a station, feed the hacker.
Alright, well, I guess I'll finish eating since I came downstairs, and then I'll go upstairs and bother
Release
Daka.
the hacker in Carl's bathroom.
Oh, you're gonna doing it in your room?
Yeah?
Okay. Good enough.
I'm not gonna release him, I'm just gonna peek the lid up.
Alright, you peek the lid up. Some of the smoke begins to billow out, and like a chain goes like, but it doesn't have enough room to like fully get out, and he's expecting to be let out, and you can kind of see some fingers, and they stop, and it's like,
Just see two eyes.
and yeah, the fingers pull back in. You just see two glowing orbs just
Mistress!
looking out from the
That's not
darkness.
large enough. Good morning, Daka.
Good morning.
So, there was supposed to be blood in your last fight, and I realized there wasn't, and I'm very sorry for that.
Nods.
I'm worried that you're injured. How fast does it take you to heal, and can I make it go faster?
Oh, you know how to make it go faster.
Have I asked this before? I don't think I do.
You know what I require.
Blood?
Indeed.
Alright, well, I guess that's my answer. We're gonna go, find you a Kruth record.
Blood and the soul of your first war. Wait, what?
Alright, just give me a little bit of time, and I'll feed you.
Perfect.
And then once you're healed, we're getting revenge on the guy you were supposed to eat last time.
You can just see the eyes sort of like narrow in excitement, and then it closes the lid on its own volition.
Okay. And I'll head back downstairs.
Alrighty.
Yeah, acoustics work.
Alright then. Now I bring back prospecting tools as well.
Ooh.
They were in a cave, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Effectively, yes.
Might as well scout it out, see if there's any metals on there. You never know. Because I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy diggy hole.
Did you know that reference, babe?
No.
Okay. So.
It's just funny.
How
I
dare
can laugh.
You
Let
can
me
laugh.
link it
No
there.
laughing. No laughing unless you get it.
I'm just double checking.
Yeah, that skews out like half my laughs. I'm sorry.
No, you should laugh at basically anything. I love it. You don't actually need to be funny. It's great.
It's a good thing because you
Yes.
married me.
I know, right? All my awful and great jokes are equally laughed at.
Unless
Yes.
unless I actually don't get them.
Yeah, and then she just stares at me, then I explain it, and there's like 4 seconds of silence, and she laughs.
There you
Great.
go. Great song.
Wonderful. Alrighty, so the plan is to head back into the desert, and y'all just like attacking the Grutha caves.
Yes.
I will say,
One's
in
closer to towns at least.
yes, yeah, and those are written out, so I won't make you guys roll like to get there, or you know how to get there. You've drawn the shit before. The one thing I
I guess
will
it's
make
more
you
so that we're going to release the Daka, the hacker, and if
Yeah.
he needs help, then we can be around, I guess.
Yeah.
right. Yeah, so the only thing I'll say is reduce by 1 ration just to get there. It'll take a little bit of time. Are you guys going there quickly or just a normal pace?
We do only have half a day, so
Yeah, so quick-ish. I mean, not in a super hurry because I
right.
don't want someone to follow us.
Okay. So I guess my general question is: are we spending the rest of like the day doing this and the night, or are we planning on doing something after this? Or are you just throwing him in there for a quick power up and having him run out?
well, until he's healed, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
If we have to
Alright.
do that into the night, I'm fine with that.
And I mean, I suppose we could kill 1 or 2 extra cave, whatevers.
Yeah, clear them out for our busy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with this plan, I might not actually need to load a map. Is the intent just basically to go there, let him go, and then you guys just hide and hang back and let him do all the work, and then when he thinks he's satisfied, he comes out?
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. Sure. Okay, we can definitely do that. I will say,
We'll prospect the caves though, if there's anything at all.
of course.
Even if it's just like decent stone, I guess.
Sure. Let me ask for a few checks then. Valen, are you looking for anything in particular, or just kind of scope it?
Not really.
Cool. All right. I will say each of you roll me perception, and I will say this will give you guys an overall look as to the caves and the best area to attack. Obviously a high check.
Keep rolling 19s.
I don't know, but that's good. I'll say a high check will greatly benefit you guys and speed this up by quite a bit. A low check, unfortunately, will mean you guys will either have a bad location, it will take all day, or you will be attacked. Fortunately,
Afraid I refuse to fight my nemesis when I'm rolling this shit. Just FYI.
we'll get the bad ones out of the way. How's that sound?
It's fine. We can all drink. Bless
Also,
potions before we go in.
you do have 4 luckies, Kiara, and
Speaking of which, I actually want to buy one of those bless potions before I go out.
Sure.
What do you mean I have 4 luckies?
you have 4. You have 4, right? Not 3?
Does he have them in his inventory, by the way?
I
or-
only have 3.
Oh, you have 3 luckies. Sorry, you have 3 luckies.
Wow. Please don't cheat for me.
I don't know how many you have. This shit's busted. No, he doesn't have them in his inventory because they're a weird item. It's something custom I made.
Especially with the
Um,
new rule. Or well, new rule, but newer rather.
Yeah, the way we know it works. But yeah, go ahead and subtract 70 gold if you want one. And if you want one as well, Mr. Valen, let me know. Let me double check. We're just dragging it in. We'll just
That's not right.
make a copy.
Oh,
That's not
alright.
right.
Sorry, I was checking something.
A bless potion.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. What did you do?
70
Didn't I do
gold.
minus 700? No, that's not right. I
You
had
have-
825 or something, right?
Yeah, you did. Shit. If you could clip the stream and like rewind it for 2 seconds, I had your character sheet open. If you care about the exact amount, but yeah, you're around at 820, 830. Delete the EP and the SP so it doesn't like freak out. I think that's what happened. That was weird. Why did it do that? Cool. All right. Cool. Yeah, you have it. Sorry, Valen. Did you say you did or didn't want that?
Yeah.
Okay. So it should be 70, I believe I said? Yes, 70
Alright,
gold.
removed it.
Cool, cool. And the nice thing is I can just drag this shit into your guys' inventory, and boom, you have it. The question I do is... I forgot it was this easy to make custom items. Sweet. Awesome. Yep, it's there. 4 of them. Oh shit, that's too cheap. Damn it. No. Forgot he has a flat discount. Okay, there we go. 72. That's reasonable. Alright, nice. You guys can technically auto buy things from him. Enough of these. Alrighty. Alright, so with that
827.
yeah, that does sound about right. And then subtract 70 from that, right? Why did it do what it did? That's so weird. So I looked and it went from what it did to 100 GP and like 1 EP, and then 3 SP. I have no idea how that happened. It's super weird. Maybe it's when I dragged the item in. It like had a seizure. Not sure.
What?
What?
Now it just fully removed it. You know what? I'm just gonna do it by hand.
Just manually do it. Yeah. We what? 754. Something like that.
757, I think.
77. Yes. Yeah, correct. Okay, cool. Alrighty. And with that, you all have your potions and such. With that perception check, I will say you guys were able to position yourselves as such where you can see. So we'll say there's like sort of like a side cave. This would actually be a really good area to enter if you all wish to. It is incredibly dangerous, I will say. While they are not very strong on their own, there are so many of them. This is a hive. Imagine walking to a hive of ants. And you're the size of an ant.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm also gonna bring 4 chains as his max.
Okay. Yes.
I will purposely bring 4 nice size chains for him.
Wonderful. Okay. So, Ert, I assume you would jot this down in your map in case you needed it for any information. You guys have a relatively, we'll say, secret-ish entrance, the safest entrance into the Kuthric hives, were you to attempt to assault it yourselves for whatever reason. But you guys notice that Mr. Dahaka, if he wishes, could assault them from this very way. Kiara, are you just going to let him free and just kind of chill and let him go? Okay. I will ask of you.
I mean, do tell him to come back if he gets in trouble.
Sure. And I'll tell him to have fun in the meantime.
Okay, so I believe you have control of him, correct?
Me?
Yes.
I'm not sure if I do.
I mean, you
I
can
will
give
dr-
him a command, I think, right? That's
I'll drag him out. You have control over his token, correct? Can you click on him?
No. I think you've always taken control of him.
Okay, double checking.
Yeah.
There's an orange mark next to it. I wasn't sure what that meant. It might just be inspect. Okay, so what I will do is I will do a save for strength, dexterity, and constitution at advantage. And this will basically be his survivability as he runs in and just loses his goddamn mind.
Please don't kill my
If he's
Dahaka.
dead, he's dead.
If he dies, he dies.
I need him.
We're going to be shooting for a 14 on all 3.
Alright, so what am I? Yeah, rolling saves?
I'll go ahead and do that since you can't actually do it on him.
Okay.
It's his stats.
13, a 13.
I
and a
shouldn't roll
13.
anyway. I'm cursed.
Right, I'll roll the cursed shit for you. As we can see, sometimes shit's cursed. Less cursed.
Quick, use a bless.
There we go. Okay.
You can
Use a
technically
blast.
reroll the strength. Yeah, I mean, we do have like inspiration.
The Dahaka does not need to be inspired. He's a bad boy. He just goes in. He smells blood. He smells flesh. He knows what he needs to do. Alrighty. You see him sort of charge in sneakily, which is maybe a little off brand for him, but he knows what's in store for him, so he's more than willing to calm for a moment with chains pre-animated behind him. They're slithering like snakes, following the Dahaka as he kind of like dun 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 dun, like going around corners and shit. You see him sort of hide behind a boulder, and he waits for a moment. You see Kruther kind of is looking around, at kind of clawing at things. You can see it like sniffing at the air, scenting out And as it turns away from him, you see a chain shoot out from behind, and it like pulls around its neck, and blades just shoot out from this chain. He's just like sawing its head off, and just screaming as just guts just start pouring out of this thing. And he pops its head off, dips its chain into its body, lifts its corpse up, slams it, and pulls it really quickly into the shadows. And then after a moment, you see some of the chains like lay flat on the sand and start to like shh, 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 shh. And they start to cover up all the blood. And they pull back in. And you see him sort of jump from rock to rock to rock, occasionally taking one out, clipping it by the legs, pulling it by the head, snapping its jaw shut by just clamping down on its muzzle, grabbing around along its legs, and once again dragging into the shadows. You hear a few quick snappings and crackings of its shell, and then nothing. And then it just kind of turns to you from a distance, Kiara. You can just, from this distance, you can see a maniacal smile somehow. Even though his face is somewhat covered, you can see it on his face. All of his skin is wrinkling up as he just looks incredibly happy. You can't see his mouth, you can see all the smile lines, and he just slowly turns and just runs in. Chain just whipping and screaming, and blades just cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting. And we will say he will take an amount of damage. Let's see.
He's dead.
But he will be resisting most of it.
And healing, hopefully.
And healing, I mean, that's how he do, fortunately. Okay.
See, if he wasn't the devil, I would be happy about this, but...
All right, so we will always say he waits some time, although he did go in charging and quite loud. We can assume that he maybe switched to stealth mode not too long after that. And maybe some hours later, you guys left at 12. You got here around 1, 2. He was in there for 2-3 hours-ish. Maybe killing off the guards in a loud way and then realizing, I should probably go sneak mode, shouldn't I? He sort of sneaks out after a while. Y'all get maybe a little bored waiting for him. Do you guys do anything or talk about anything in the meantime while you're waiting for him to just go buck wild?
I'm just looking at the walls.
Okay. Kiara?
Fancy stone here.
Can I be tinkering my lizards while I'm waiting?
Sure, yeah, go and roll one of those. Valen, how about yourself?
I'm just kind of watching.
Okay, Cobb is watching too, and he's kind of confused as to what's going on, but he is very entertained by this display of violence.
Don't be like him, Cobb.
He understands.
Be better.
He nods slowly. I understand. And
I mean, they are too different from each other. Cobb likes the wet, and the hacker also likes the wet.
just a different kind of wet.
Technically, yes.
Yeah, they're both down with the wet. They're just very different kinds of wet. Mr. Urit, if you could roll me investigation with advantage. Upon looking closer and closer to the stone, you can see that something has tampered with it in some way. You're not sure if it's the acid from these creatures. You're not sure if it's just the winds and this specific location, but the stone here is quite firm. You would be able to mine away some of it, of course, but it looks mostly untouched. And fortunately for you, that means you could, with enough people or with enough time, you could take off very large chunks, easily make statues, or easily make large, continuous sewn structures with somewhat ease. And if they've lasted this long in the desert, clearly they are going to last for quite some time if you were to put them realistically anywhere else. So they have a natural weathering resistance, you find.
Perfect.
Quite nice. And yes, after some time, you sort of hear the dangling of chains. And in the distance, Kiara, as you look, you can see the outline of the Dahaka covered from head to toe in various colored fluids that are still dripping from his body. He takes a step forward, and you can see there's just green and blue and dark black ichor pouring from him. You can see he is indeed covered in some wounds, but it bothers him not. His mask has been torn away, and you see a gash across his face. Essentially what will probably be a scar going from the top left of his head all the way down across his lip is split. His nose is basically cut in half. And you can tell that his face was already scarred before this, so this is just another scar of honor for him. If anything, he's probably very, very proud to have this. As he walks up to you, Kiara, covered in gore, He looks down at you and says, I believe I'm done.
Are you contented? Because there's another horde right down the way.
He turns to look and turns back to you.
Not this very moment. I believe I am content.
Excellent. And I open up the jar and force him in.
He willingly closes his eyes, and with a smile, he's just pulled back in as the chains whirl around him, and he turns to this black smoke and twirls, and is pulled into the air, and and then shakes for a moment, and all the chains, everything are pulled and magically wrapped around it, sealing it. But you get the feeling that you did not need to force him back in. He was, as I mentioned, very willing to go.
I willed him in.
Indeed. He is mostly healed. It'll take a day or so of churning, if you will, effectively a long rest he will need. But after that, he has been satiated and he is full. It's around 4 or 5 now, so the sun is starting to go down. As you all look around and such, you realize it is actually a rather nice day. A little hot outside, but fortunately, there was shade here amongst all the stone. And you guys are able to hide here. So realistically, nothing attacked you. You rolled really well in your perception.
Before the Haka got back,
Mhm.
You hear the Urd carving something into the stone.
Okay.
And I'll tell Kiara once it's done to take a look, see if she approves.
I look.
It's a big shit-shaped headstone with a murderer written on it.
Oh, my tail's wag. I love it. It's
Fitting.
perfect.
Good.
We're definitely putting that on display.
Beautiful.
After we carve it out.
You know that where you left it, no one's gonna touch it.
Yeah.
All right, wonderful. As you guys turn to return to your home in Chabi, you look once more at the strange twisting and turning hives of the Kruthic, knowing that you probably bothered them a bit, and now would be a good time to go. You don't see any pouring out of the holes or anything. Whatever he did, well, he did it damn well. And with that, we do indeed return to Chabi. The sun has mostly set, about 6, 7. So the night is yours.
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to sleep in the same town as him.
Do you really have a choice?
We could go camping in the desert.
I guess.
I'll try it, but I can't guarantee I'm going to sleep well.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, it might be better to be nearby if he does try anything, though.
That is very true. That is very true.
Is that the plan? We're going to just kind of chill here as per usual, but keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
As you mentioned that, Cobb looks to you, Val, and says, I wouldn't let anyone hurt you.
Thanks, Cobb.
Oh, so precious.
You're welcome. If he gets too close in your sleep, I'll cut his throat.
Oh, God. I mean, he deserves it, but oh, God.
What are you gonna go cut his throat with?
Yeah, I was just going to ask that.
He starts
Don't worry
flapping
about
his
it.
leaves at you.
I swear these are really sharp. Don't touch them or you'll hurt yourself.
I've shown you how to transform into animals with
believe
sharp
you.
claws.
Oh, I could do that too, but... Wait, if I get covered in blood as like a rabbit or something, does it stay on me when I go back to this mode?
No.
Oh.
And he looks to you and says,
I understand why you do the animal thing now.
Mm-hmm. It's very nice.
you
Oh,
think
God.
that's a laugh. You're not really sure.
Ew, I don't like that.
So, who's more demonic, my demon or the corn cob?
The demon.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I mean, Cobb is basically like a Mimikyu.
That's true.
He's adorable.
Yes. Let's go with that.
I'm not sure I want to see what's under the blanket, but
I mean, Eldritch Horror, it's fine.
yeah, just give him a little hug. Little cat Thulu. Alrighty. For the night, y'all just gonna kind of chill.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
I gotta BRB again.
Sure.
How dare.
Alrighty, 5 days remain.
We're gonna die in 5 days.
Wow. If anyone's looking at the screen right now, this is me trying to scroll out. That is infuriating to look at. All right. I'm like looking for a thing where I can drag and zoom in and out, but that's basically how I've been interneting for the past I don't know how long. It's so inefficient. Alrighty, any hoots. With the next day, it is indeed morning. Do you guys get up early, or do we sleep in a little?
I'm getting up early.
Okay.
I mean, at this
Franny-
point, I'm pretty sure we went to bed early, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any particular reason, Valen? You sounded like you had a mission.
Because there's a murder in the town.
That is fair.
I've
All
stayed
right.
asleep for a long time.
You realize you were indeed not attacked at night, and unfortunately, Kara's AFK right now. But I will say one thing: the two of you, could you roll me a wisdom check?
Wisdom check?
I'll
Or
have
save?
her a check. Wonderful.
Alrighty. As the three of you sleep, I'll update her on. You do get the feeling of a presence, of a something.
Oh, God,
And-
another one.
Your eyes are indeed closed. You know you're sleeping, but that's the problem. You know you're sleeping. You're not normally this lucid in your sleep. It does sort of feel like one of the times when Mr. Scrollboy kind of hop in and say, "Hey, what's up?"
Erd would probably instinctively call out to Cartha.
You do hear nothing. You're not entirely sure why. Possibility because he's focused on trying to conceal his presence. Your words cannot currently reach him. He was also instructed to ensure, like double ensure, that while you guys are sleeping, no one can find him. So to your knowledge, he is in a meditative state, trying to completely conceal himself. I will say, as an update to that, he can effectively cast invisibility on himself and just kind of hold it. As long as he doesn't move, doesn't speak, or do anything, he can do that and also conceal himself if he needs to. It isn't perfect. People can see through it, of course. People can still touch him, etc., etc. And there are, as I mentioned, ways to see through invisibility, but he can effectively cloak himself if he needs to, with the power he currently has. And with such high,
The power of friendship.
precisely, with such high attention from the three of you, you don't see it clearly, but you know that the Herald is watching, just inquisitively, not threatening or anything. It's more so its presence, as if it is an eye in the sky and an eye below. Just watching, just looking. You know it's not looking at you precisely. It's more so scoping out the area, confirming that yes, this is indeed where it should be, but is it actually here? And you wake. Maybe somewhat concerned, but it didn't feel necessarily threatening. You're entirely aware what it was. I'll update Kiru on that. And waking up early, you actually already see Cal seated. He's far away from you guys, and as you descend the steps, he just gives you kind of a quick, like, hello wave, and doesn't pay any mind. He's just chilling. He's just relaxing. He's having a conversation with Jolly, as Jolly sees you guys come down. Now that you're back, Kiara, I had you roll a wisdom check, save type deal. Basically, the Herald is watching you. Not you specifically, it's watching your town. And you rolled
Oh, thank you.
and you rolled high enough to know that it's watching, and it's not necessarily aggressive, it's inquisitive.
Makes sense.
Yes. You rolled high enough that you, once again, 100% know it's doing it. You were basically like lucid dreaming for a moment, and then you woke. And then now, we are where we are. You guys descend the steps. It is early morning. Cal's still here. He's just chilling. He's having a breakfast. He only gives you guys a wave. He's not doing anything else. He's just chilling.
I ignore him.
Perfect. All right, what's the plan?
We also still need to take a look at that room that Tranquil apparently created in his trance. To divert the flow of the ley line.
I thought we looked at that already. Was there something else you were looking for?
You mostly did, yeah.
No, I mean we haven't gone to the actual room itself, right?
Oh, you mean where he did it in the desert?
I don't believe you guys went to the exact location. He gave you a proximity of where it was.
I was about to
but-
say, did he even remember?
Yeah, it would. I wouldn't say it'd take a full day to find. It's a vague idea of where he did the deed, if you will. So it would take a day or so to find that. So that really depends on how useful you think the information would be. From what he told you, it was more so. Let me try to think of how I can describe this. A pipe full of water, just basically diverting the pipe, rather than turning left, and now turns right. That's effectively what he told you it was intended to do, or what he felt. If there's any relevant information there, obviously I can't share that with you going there, but I believe that's all he said.
Something like that, yeah.
A little while ago, I'm trying to remember.
Could we
I don't say
use
too
that?
much.
Could we use that to find the source?
From what you know of ley magic, it flows through everywhere, flows through all of the world, the entire planet, flows through space, time, everywhere.
Yeah, but he would have tapped at a main river, right?
Yes. So, as we know, different areas are more or less magical or more or less abundant because of maybe by luck of the draw. It's difficult to tell. As we know, you don't mess with ley lines or magic. It's very, very, very difficult to control. Something controlled him. Something wanted this moved. We're not sure what it is. But all the same, it happened. He wished, and unfortunately, his wish was answered by something.
Is it possible for us to see where it was moved from, like the path that it had been flowing down? Like maybe suddenly a bunch of plants died along the way, or
I did map the ley lines, I think, so maybe.
Yes, we mapped what we knew was like where the presumed ley lines were. Many folk that are interested in just this very topic have attempted to lay out by looking at just that Kiara, maybe extra plant growth, maybe certain creatures for whatever reason are drawn to this area. We don't know why. And after insane amounts of research, maybe they discovered this area is just warmer. Maybe there's some strange resource. Maybe it's the plants. But then someone responds with, "Oh no, it's the magic that's causing the plants to grow, which is causing the creatures to come here." And they say you can't actually prove that, and then they just discuss that forever. So there are many books that contradict each other, unfortunately, where it's like, this is a natural resource. No, this was a natural resource. There was ley line here. No, but it moved. You can't prove that. So you do have a nice general idea of where various bits should be. Fortunately, well,
I'm just wondering if there is a point to going.
there very much could be, yes. Going out into the field wouldn't entirely harm. I don't know if it's something you want to be doing this very second, but it's entirely up to you. It depends on what your current goals are. I will ask, what are you trying to find out, I guess? Going there because you're curious, or are you looking for something in particular?
Demons? Are you looking for something in particular?
Specifically, well, basically find if we can find the body of the Great Destroyer.
Yeah, that's my thoughts.
Okay.
If he even has like a main body or anything. Because it's
I would assume he
probably the
does.
size of the entire desert.
In fact, I wonder if we could maybe divert a different river back to him.
It could be worth looking at. I can tell you right now, I definitely have not answered that yet.
Because the rivers were keeping him
Yeah, I
asleep,
mean,
right?
I think then we would first have to know what the actual deal was that the guy made. I can never remember his name.
Should I recall?
Shekai, that's it.
Yeah, so it all leads back to him. We definitely need to get that last key piece soon. I don't think it could hurt to go investigate the source where it was split, though.
Probably not, if we can get a better look at the seal that disappeared from our memories, apparently.
And we're still waiting for the potions, right?
By this point, they will arrive today.
So while we're waiting, we can go in the morning and come back and get the potions.
That would work.
Speaking of travel things, I did actually want to find something to help us move around quicker, which is a flying carpet.
Heck yes.
Heck yes. And they come in different sizes, so yeah.
Different
Yeah.
flavors of flying carpet.
Exactly.
I haven't looked
I mean,
into that
that's also
too much. I have to figure out how
flying
much those
brooms
are.
are actually really
Wait,
cheap
that gives me
apparently,
an
which is
idea,
weird.
actually.
What's that?
I have an idea now.
Do tell.
Do share.
No, I have to look something up first.
Alright.
Sadly, flying carpet is not something a artificer can create, I think.
Probably not.
Considering it's flying, probably not. Yeah.
What's weird is that apparently like flying carpets and flying brooms aren't exactly considered rare either.
Yeah, I tend not to
I
look at
think,
the
I think
rarity
they're
just because
uncommon,
they.
which is weird.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing with rarity.
So then we can make one pretty easy in that case.
I'll let you know.
Our god says no.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Oh, come
I mean,
on,
I
God.
guess I could ask Karth if there's any tribes that, I don't know, were known for their
Oh.
flying carpets.
Oh, it's called the
Never
carpet of
mind,
flying.
I can't do that.
I think it's carpet of flying. Yeah, it comes in different sizes.
All right, I would
I
need to
was gonna
read
say I can
the.
turn into a giant flying thing, but I can't until next level.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nope.
All right,
Flying's restricted until 8th level.
flying is restricted.
I will
Sadly.
say one of the reasons why I need to share this with you guys is this item is absurdly expensive. I need to read the exact phrasing of it, but it is ridiculous.
The carpet?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's uncommon,
I mean,
but
you
it's
It's considered
it
very
lets me
rare.
fly like
Yeah.
anywhere.
Any type of flying is considered pretty broken in 5e because it drastically changes how the entire game is played.
I mean, could we cheapen it if we just use it for travel purposes?
How much is the flying broom then?
Probably about the same.
Probably the same, yeah.
I mean, there is a difference because the carpet can be in different sizes for different weight categories, basically.
I would
And
love to
how
be
many people can
fascinated
go
by
on
the
it.
room.
Jesus Christ.
Why
Okay.
don't I don't know why it's level 8 specifically that I get flying creatures.
Not sure.
It's just restriction, I think. It's weird.
Well, I will say I can
I guess.
look into it, but both of these resources have them at minimum 4,000, maximum like 15,000 for both those items. I need to double check the phrasing on it, but if we wanted to make it like a broom or a carpet of travel, because how many people can normally sit on it? Is it just one?
It depends on the weight
Depends
limit.
on the size.
Weight and size? Okay.
I think the biggest one can carry up to 800 pounds.
Whew, okay. Interesting. All right.
But it's
because
also slow-ish.
yeah, that is very much game changing. We could say there is one that. Oh god, that makes it awkward for doesn't it? You weigh a shit ton.
Yes.
Shit. Okay. Even it. Oh god. Yeah. Even if I knock this down to like weight and just travel only, carrying just you would be your own carpet, and then like everybody else be on their other carpets. You guys
Yeah,
need like
that's
2 or
not
3. Minimum. You need like 3 of these things. And even if I cut them down to just for travel, aka they can only fly like 10 feet above the ground, and
Room anyway.
basically like a hover. Yeah, basically like a hoverboard, effectively. And at most, it can only go 10 feet above. And if it were to like lose the ground under it, would just start dropping to meet 10 feet. That could be a travel type item. I can look into how people program these and whatnot.
The broom of flying is also an option.
Um,
I'm not
Both-
sure how expensive.
both of those
it
are
is.
very expensive. Like I said, both of them are minimum 4,000, at most like
I was
15.
about to say,
Yeah.
tell us how much.
I said 4 to 15,000. So
All right.
on average, so
I feel
probably
like
way
4
more
is
than.
a little low.
Yeah, 4 might be a little low. So
Probably more like 8
That is
to
specifically
14.
why
Yeah.
why I want to ask Karth if there were any clans that were known for them, because they are stupid rare if you want to buy one.
yeah. And understandably, gaining any one flight, it makes sense because if it's a relatively common item. But regardless, if
I mean,
your
I don't
guys'
think you can
intent,
use them in combat, honestly. But
right? I think you can, which is why they're so expensive. I need to double check. I haven't actually read the item. Realistically, anything with flying, I usually don't read, just because I don't want to give you guys flying to make sure combat is full combat, and not you guys just fly up and shoot down. Of course,
it's literally more so travel purposes. That's all.
it's precisely, yeah. But if your guys' intent is to travel, you can always borrow. You can ask him, Mr. Man with the Lizard, and he can take his lizard cart. And you guys can go to where you want to go. That is always an option. He is having the potions sent here. He's not going out and getting them himself. And if you guys have a good enough reason, you can maybe not borrow the lizard cart unless one of you has proficiency in vehicle handling. And you would be able to convince him, like, hey, can I borrow your lizard? Or he can just drive it.
I am a veteran mercenary.
I can be the lizard.
Also, you have animal handling, Fallon. So you guys use your combined ability to either borrow the lizard or convince him to drive you there. And I will say, without needing to like spend gold, because you probably want to save it for the potions and shit. Even if the carpet was only like 500, you guys would be broke and you'd have a carpet and no potions. Even if it was 200, I think you guys are like you'd be close out of money. So
I have efficiency in one type of gaming set and land vehicles, I think.
okay, I think that is indeed a land vehicle.
I'm not sure if it's a land or if it's an and or an or.
I will say if it says land vehicle, I am totally cool with that. If you wish to persuade him to borrow, you can, or he can just drive it for you. But either persuasion check will change, so one will be lower than the other.
I'm not sure if that's an and or an or.
Interesting. I would assume, and this doesn't say or, but we can always double check. I would say it makes sense that you would be somewhat proficient. I mean, do you see Urt as being proficient in land vehicles? Does that make sense for him?
I mean, he's probably driven a cart before.
Okay.
As a mercenary.
Yeah, realistically that makes sense to me. So I would say yes.
He is proficient in like high octane driving a horse carriage
Okay.
away from danger.
Nice.
Speeding and drifting. Already.
Get away from the bandits.
Sure. So would your guys' intent to ask him to borrow it, or would you want him to drive for you?
Would he want to come is the question.
It depends on why he's coming.
We've also asked to borrow before, and he didn't want to do it. So
Right.
I imagine he'd probably come, assuming he's not busy.
Basically just here. We can say, if you want to just kind of jump straight to the chase, whoever wishes to convince him, I can just say roll persuasion, and depending on how high you roll, that will be his answer. How's that sound?
Sure.
Given the reasons that you guys give. You may all roll if you have a reason, or what you're telling him. And if you have different reasons why you're telling him, I'll let each of you roll. If that makes any sense. So if you say, we're going for great adventure, roll. We're going to, inspect a mystery, go ahead and roll. And then et cetera, et cetera.
Have you ever seen a ley line? Would you like to?
I say, yeah, you know, by knowing him, he very much would like to see that, so go ahead and roll.
What did you say it was?
Trying to persuade.
Persuasion. That was
Okay,
terrible.
would anyone else would like to assist on this? He's interested at ley line, but maybe delivery doesn't stick.
We're gonna go see if we can find the source of this town's problems.
Okay. Roll it up.
Wait, problems? Don't you mean amazing magical water?
Problems and solutions. Persuasion.
Yeah.
Persuasion.
Net one.
Wonderful.
Almost a nat one.
We're two buddies.
Valen. Are you also -1 in persuasion?
And- I'm +1,
Okay, that's better than...
but I don't
-1
know
plus
what
3.
to add to that.
I'm sorry. Was Doro charismatic?
Yes, that's literally what he does.
That's his whole thing.
Oh, you could use one of our
Yeah, you can.
thingies.
Y'all can reroll.
We still have 3 of them every
have
single
3.
day apparently, so
Mm-hmm. You have 3. You may reroll.
I will use one.
Sure, go ahead.
Ah, yes, that's so much better.
That's how it do sometimes.
Quick, we're lucky.
I mean, you do get this back on a rest, right?
A long rest, yeah.
Yes.
You want to burn one?
All right, fine. I mean,
we have 2 more inspirations. We can
You have 2 more
also roll
inspirations,
first.
and you have your lucky, so go for it.
and I will burn a lucky.
Okay.
So, not perception.
That's right.
Persuasion.
Much better. Alrighty. Maybe you guys waffle around a bit. You're a little too excited, and you kind of talk over each other slightly. Maybe Cobb is trying to help as well, and he's just talking over you guys as well. And Valen's like, "Dude, stop! Like they can do it." And he's like, "Wait, I want to help." So there's
Shut
just
up.
there's just too much talking, and then Kiara just like, chill. I have the solution. And then she calmly tells Suharto what you guys are attempting to do with this. And he thinks for a moment, and knowing how interesting this all is, and how potent you are in terms of defending yourselves and others, he would definitely like to come along. So, with his lizard cart, Suharto would like to join you all. Are you bringing Droon with you to check or no?
Makes
We'll
sense to come.
we'll offer, but I imagine he probably wants to stay and guard the town, right?
He's had a day or two to himself. I'll say he didn't come with on the Kruthic crusade, if you will. He kind of just chilled, and he's been chilling a little bit. I won't say he's necessarily hiding his emotion. He and his people are very much be true to yourself. Don't keep your emotions inside you, because that will fester. If you're always true to yourself, good things will happen. And he very much believes that.
That's fair.
Yeah, you can tell Kiara that he's trying to keep on a strong face, because he doesn't want you to feel bad that he was injured. Yes, his life has changed, but you guys also rescued him. He doesn't hold it against you, and if he makes you sad, that will make everyone else around you sad, and that doesn't help anybody. So he's not trying to hide his emotions from you. He just wants to make sure you aren't.
You're gonna make me feel even bad that I killed him.
No, he's not dead though. He's clearly alive. He's fine. He's right in front of you. He's good.
But he might die again.
I
do
mean,
still want to like low-key mention that his sword is gone, but the spear of his friend is still there. Is that something you can do?
yes, he actually was it you mentioned that to him a day or so before, and he actually said that he's been working on putting it back together.
Ooh,
And
do
if
need
you
any
wanted to-
materials for that, or
I forgot it was broken.
It is partially broken, yes, and maybe not on this day, or maybe later today, or if you wanted to help him reforge it, he would greatly appreciate it.
anytime.
All right, he's actually very happy at that. He's maybe forged a weapon in his past, or forgot, not entirely sure, but all the same, he appreciates it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and use.
It was a spear, right?
It was a spear, yes.
Yes. Could potentially also
A pokey
use
boy.
Kiara for that, I guess. For some woodworking.
Yeah, I can help with
Alrighty.
that too.
I'll throw y'all over here on who made this Sliff battle maps. I like that. Nice. Okay, a nice chill generic map. I will say, following what you know, I'll ask a few rolls from you guys. So heading out, go ahead and use one of your rations, please. And then to determine how quickly we get there, since we've not been here before, and it's mostly
We also
rumors.
used one of our rations for the Kuthrik raid, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically every time we go out.
I forgot to subtract that.
Okay, thank you. Alrighty, and with this, since you guys have been effectively rolling the same thing every single time, we'll go ahead and stick with that. Give me 1 second. What am I doing? Okay, so it is. Okay, so moving about. It was very hot and dry the day prior. Today it actually feels pleasantly warm. There's a few clouds floating about, somewhat obscuring the sun, but the general heat has died down a bit. You feel it as it might rain later, not entirely sure. But today feels like a good day for a quick travel. And then I'll ask you guys to roll in order, since you guys have been indeed going about this. So as the guide Urit, go ahead and roll your map making, your map boy skills, cartographer. Wonderful. And then you have been rolling this, Kiara, so I assume you want to keep doing it. Your nature roll, correct?
Nature.
Okay. Ooh, nice.
I'm not proficient. Yes.
All right. And then Mr. Valen, perception. Things happen.
Dun,
Now, that's a
Right.
+7 too. Damn.
That is. Fortunately,
get
it's
the
not a critical
ration.
fail, but it's an 8. Okay. We will say when you get there, we'll just start with this since it was the most positive roll. Kiara, when you
Pull it up.
arrive, you're able to, since we can't spend too much time here, but you're able to very quickly forage 1 ration for yourself.
Sweet.
So go ahead and re-add that.
For yourself.
Well, you can give it to anybody you want, but
I mean, I'll share
Yeah.
if you guys run out.
I've got like 12 for it.
No, she licked this one.
I don't want it anymore.
She had to test it to make sure it's not poison,
Bob
guys. Come
wants
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Michael,
resistant to poison.
Oh, there you go. Oh, is there spit poison, or is the you do not need to be poison checked?
Kiara's poison.
Urid fondly thinks back of the poisoned wine in the temple. That was good wine.
Half the time, yes. The other half, it was all right. I've had worse. I've had better. Alrighty, we will
It
say
can't kill me.
heading in, since unfortunately we do not know our way about. This will take the entire day, both to get there and to get back. We'll say you head in various directions, in and out, across the Scarlet Steps. We have to pause a few times with Suharto at the lead on his Lizardman. Actually, huzzah. My boy. Can I turn you? Ah, I can turn. Oh no, it doesn't say turn. Oof. Actually, wait. Oh no, it turns, but it doesn't. Okay, don't worry about it. Oh, piss and chip. There we go.
Nice.
All right, cool. Lizard
It
man.
doesn't turn the hitbox.
No, it doesn't turn the hitbox. It just turns the boy inside. Oh no, am I dumb?
This
do you
is why
turn?
you should not have like rectangular hitboxes.
Yeah, for real. How do you? Oh, you can. Oh, that's dumb. Okay, yeah, whatever. I don't think you can turn 90 degrees. This is no like. Is there? Flip and gooch. Okay, whatever. He's facing this way because he feels like it. Guess what? Everything changed, guys. This is now forward. Alrighty. So yes, heading on in.
Of course, I have
Bye,
been
Kiara.
holding the map upside down this entire time.
Little Casey's spot. Okay, don't move your token.
Not touching it.
Alright, I'm gonna scoot you guys. Move your token, you will be sent to the Shadow Realm. Not because I want to, because that's just what the program says. Okay. Alright.
Wait,
Unfortunately, yes, it does take a lot longer
why are
to
you
get
through
there.
here?
I don't know. Boop. They copied everyone at the table.
For no.
Peace. But yes,
We've been trying to reach you, but you're coverage and the warranty.
we we more so just take in our surroundings. As I mentioned,
He's not that.
it is quite a nice day. You see various animals and such. The lizard being as loud as it is, fortunately, causes most critters and beastly creatures to piss off and go their own direction, leave you guys alone. You're also so fast that they wouldn't necessarily have time to stop and attack you. You do see a few creatures, and maybe some clans and such that are kind of checking, some predators that are watching, maybe to attack, but waiting for you to stop. And you're not stopping. You just go and go and go. So they turn their eye elsewhere. About halfway through the day, Suharto and Erd are trying to read the map, and they're like, we should be here. All right, whatever, turn. Try somewhere else. You guys go from point to point. You can just tell you're in the wrong spot. Either you've been here before, or after spending maybe 30 minutes to an hour there, it just feels wrong. There's not really a pulse of magic. There's not really that oomph that we're looking for. But after some time, we do arrive somewhere that seems to be the location of the mayor's doing, we'll say. And Suharto parks the lizard cart in the shade as we all get out and begin to look around. You see large spiked rock stone surrounding the area. And then you see somewhere in between where the sand seems to be singed. It's difficult to make out as the wind looked like it might have hit it. But as you sort of move closer and poke it with your foot and move it around, you can feel that the sand is somewhat solid here. As you move around more and more, you can see that something burned into the sand and caused it to look the way it currently does. Fortunately, it hasn't been too long, so it wasn't able to completely hide itself. It hasn't completely turned to stone. Oop, did I freak out there?
You sounded fine.
Okay, cool. It looked like it was in a robot mode. As you look around, you can tell that this is most likely the area. Alright, you pause for a moment, and your tremor sense feeds back into you. And yes, you're standing on sand, but this feels more solid. And as you walk around, you realize that this is probably the place in which Tranquil Needle did the deed. Whatever it is he did, it was most likely here.
I will stomp around to get a better feel of it, guys.
As you begin to look around, Let's see. What precisely are we looking for? You looking for Arcana, I would say? Okay.
It should
Yes.
have like a magical feel to it here, yeah?
Valen, which how would you like to assist? I'll let the three of you basically decide. If you want to use Arcana, you're more than welcome to. If you want to roll, investigation, perception, you can do that.
I do like my free advantage.
That is definitely nice. Mr. Valen? Did the birds take him? I think the birds might have taken him.
Been taken.
All right, we'll wait for a moment. As the two of you begin to look around, the runes inscribed in the sand look both familiar and unknown. They look odd to you. Fortunately, your tremor sense enables you to dig a little deeper and look around easier. You get a better sense of your surroundings. But as you do look around, you do indeed feel strange tinge of magic. It does indeed feel stronger here. You're not sure you can pull from it or if you want to pull from it, but a disturbance, if you will. Something's definitely off. It would take much longer to, of course, discern side, but fortunately, the three of you know. The untrained would just think something strange happened here. I wonder where it all went. You can tell someone tinkered, someone touched something they should not have touched. And you know who that someone was, and you know where it ended up. Looking around, though, you feel as if this is a junction point, not an origin from the destroyer itself. Its body is not here. There is no physical mass of any description here. Erd, as you do look around, though, your tremor sense begins to sense and feel pockets, empty areas within the sand. Of course, it's very difficult for you to use your tremor sense while you're in the sand, as it shifts around constantly, and it's very easy to lose track. It's just grain after grain after grain. But you very clearly feel nothing in multiple areas, pockets of empty. And these feel familiar. These feel like the eggs you run into before. They are hatched because they are empty. But to your left and to your right, now that you're thinking about it and feeling, Kiara, you sort of notice this too. You see depressions in the sand. Most likely they were hatched here, scurried their way out of the sand and into the wilds.
It's a little far.
Indeed. And of course, you cannot see their marks. It's most likely happened some time ago. The weathering has almost completely hit it, but fortunately, being surrounded by the stone as it is, the winds could not completely conceal this hatching, these creatures. Looking around at where you guys have been in various directions and maybe feeling the flow and just general, well, where would this go, logically? You begin to look around. Looking at the map and sort of taking in the bigger picture while looking at Shun Hill, you can tell that potentially he's not physically here. We're actually not necessarily getting close to the edge of the continent, but we are closer. We've been moving right the entire time, for reference. And this far out, you look over into the horizon, you see various mountains, stone, you see some plants and barbed things in the distance, creatures flying. Further from that, you know, is the ocean. For some odd reason, the two of you get the feeling, a sinking feeling, that is the direction of the danger.
The ocean?
It's over in the horizon. For some odd reason, you don't feel as if the thing is here. You don't know why. It's hard to pinpoint. But if it were here, it would be here. If you feel something, there'd be more of a sign. This just feels like another stop along the way. And you're not really sure how it got here. Not necessarily unseen, but, well, it somehow reached this location or a location adjacent to this one. And your gut feeling tells you it comes from the ocean, the water, from the deep.
The ley line or the
creature feeding on the ley line.
Okay.
The ley line does spread throughout all of here, though. So if there is danger, it will be to the far east.
Okay, so can we feel the source to maybe redirect something back to the creature?
That would take an immense scouting team and a lot of time and research. Ley lines are very difficult to pin down and determine exactly where they are. You do know because of your map and such, and like I said, what you know, only because of what you know, and this marking here that this is indeed a spot. So it's a good starting zone, but you guys would be here for a while. It wouldn't take lifetimes. It would definitely take a time to figure this out. You had a dedicated team.
The room that Tranquil carved in, is it like visible right now, or is it covered in sand?
It looks as if the rune was drawn in the sand, burned into it, and then like fractured off. So if example, you'd have like a nice line, a circle. Actually, I think I can directly show you guys. Something would,
it's kind of like what's it called again? The special glass you get when lightning strikes it.
Yeah,
Fulgurite?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah,
it's kind of like that basically.
I'm trying to think the exact name.
I think it's Fulgurite. Because it also exists in Guild Wars.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
For the crystal hearts, I think.
Okay, well, I cannot find precisely what it was, but I had a really, really cool animation of what you call it? Like a ley line circle. It's really dope. I don't know where it is, but imagine effectively like this. Oh shit. Okay. Basically, the little cure wounds macro that comes up whenever y'all see that. Effectively, imagine that much larger, and rather than the lines. Oh, we all saw this recently. Brotherhood. How nice the lines look whenever they do their alchemy. Imagine that, except the lines bleed into themselves. The lines fracture and crack. So it looks like that, except it looks like something intense heat, maybe the rune going off, caused it to effectively explode. Like into itself.
You don't mean that he ruined something, did he?
He didn't. He drew it, and in it functioning and in it going off, the rune effectively, quote unquote, destroyed itself. If you want to imagine it. Like there's too much power contained there. And it went off, and then rather than it doing that really nice alchemist glow, it glowed, and then just like all the lines fractured and like cracked into each other. So this looks
make a copy of it.
Yeah, this looks very similar, and you can definitely spend some time jotting it down. Or it. While it is somewhat destroyed, you can discern various bits. And while you're looking around, Kiara will say while he's drawing that, you look forward beyond the horizon, and you take a couple angles. Right, you move to the left, you move to the right. You notice something weird. You're not entirely sure what it is. And then Suarto's kind of looking with you, and he asks you, like, yo, what are you looking at precisely? And looking ahead, Kiara, you actually notice, almost along the line that we just spoke, from where you're standing to where you know the ocean is, there is, strangely, a lack of growth. You can only really see it at a certain angle, but it's almost as if the stone sort of curves. I mean, there's obviously mountains blocking the way, but looking ahead, you can see as almost along this ley line, rather than it causing everything touching above to grow, it's not growing. Maybe because something's pulling from it. Maybe because the land around it...
Say eating it?
Yeah, maybe because the land around it knows, do not grow here because it will die. And at the right angle, Kiara, you can see, and this only affirms your suspicions, that if you were to follow this, which would take a long time, you're traveling across the entire country, looking looking up ahead, Valen, are you back? Okay. I don't want to take control of his character and say he flies up and looks, but...
He can't fly.
Oh yeah, shit, you're right.
Level
Oh, there you are.
Hi.
Level 8 for that.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
What, did your headset die?
Yes.
Although technically he could summon a familiar that can fly.
Yes, I was going to say, I'm mainly giving this to Kiara because I know Valen could have figured this out by flying, but him not being here, I thought that was kind of unfair. Anyway, yes, basically you can see that there's not a straight shoot, but sort of putting things together, your suspicions say, yeah, there's basically not a straight line, but there is a very clear pattern going from here to what looks to be the coast. As I said, there are mountains, there are hills and things in the way, but something's off, and it doesn't sit right with you.
Well, I pointed out to Urit so he can mark it on his map.
I mean, I guess I'll try to draw a line following her directions. Or
Trail
let
of
Kiara do it
death.
herself, I guess.
If you don't mind me touching your map, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, I mean, it's a copy, it's fine.
All right,
It's a
then I'll
rough
do it myself.
sketch. I'm also interested in the fact if there's like a pattern to it, or if it's just a weird line, like a river.
For what precisely? The lack?
The lack of land or lack of nature.
Does it follow a ley line we are aware of, or is it just a dead spot?
Does it coincide with my ley line map?
Yes, looking at various maps and such, you can tell that this probably follows one of the lines. Unfortunately, like I said before, definitely annoyingly. We'll go with annoyingly. No one can agree as to like where things actually are. But looking at this, one person was right. Someone in this collection of argument was clearly correct because yes, this does indeed follow one of the bits, if you will, one of the lines.
Does it like meander a bit, or?
It definitely meanders a bit.
In a
Yes,
straight
it is definitely not a straight line. But that could be due to multiple reasons, of course. Your headset software uninstalled itself. That's annoying. Mid game too. That's even better. Let me ask the three of you. I don't know if you can hear me. Roll perception with disadvantage.
I can't do that.
You can't do that. What do you mean? Do you have permanent advantage?
Yes.
We'll just take the lower one.
Wait, did you say perception or?
We'll take the first one. Perception, yeah.
Yeah, no, perception I can roll with disadvantage.
Oh,
This
you roll
is
for me.
control, right?
Yay! Yeah, control. Why do I have to look? I don't know why I have to look. Okay, cool. While you're drawing and checking things
Yeah.
out, you hear a chittering. You hear something moving in the distance. And unfortunately, you might have been able to catch this ahead of time, but it's able to get closer and closer and closer. And as it does, alright, you respond first. And you look up and you see a strange but familiar creature looking at you from beyond a rock. Kiara, you see it as well. Valen, you then see it. But you feel it's a little too late, as you guys are now very clearly surrounded. And we will go ahead and pause today's session there because Valen says it exploded.
Dun,
Damn
dun,
it.
dun.
I think it's working now.
Hey! Okay, you're surrounded by goobs.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. You sound happy about that. You can handle them.
I don't know why it uninstalled itself.
I'm sorry, man. That's really annoying. But yes, I guess maybe it knows we're reaching that 4-hour point, so it wants us to pause. I have no idea. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining. It's been very, very fun, and I'll catch you all Wednesday when we play Fate and such. Peace.